All right, everyone. This is your Lakshmi. Thanks for joining today's live session on AI Tech Business Analyst Training. Today is our day one class, the actual class. Yesterday, we had good number of people joined. We had a high level understanding about what a business analyst do. We quickly understood, okay, business analyst is like a bridge between the business and the IT, the key typical activities BA will be doing, and how AI is empowering the BAs we have seen at a high level, and our TP has gone a bit deep diving into the AI aspect as well, just to engage and encourage you guys, because we all need to have that AI mindset going forward. Whatever the role that we are going to pick up, whether you are going to be a project manager, a business analyst, or the cybersecurity analyst, so we need to understand how can we make use of these evolving AI tools and make our activities very efficient so that our delivery will be quicker. Okay, team. So I'm not going to take much of your time today. So let us jump into the subject and understand from the DP, right from the basics of the BA towards AI prompting, how as a business analyst we make use of these AI tools. So we can follow the same strategy for rest of the classes as well with respect to the prompting. Okay, team. Thank you very much. Over to you, TP. Good morning to you.
Thank you, Lakshmi. I'll start with. Um, so please confirm that my voice is clear and I'm sharing the screen. It is
Yes.
okay, right? Good. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you join. And here it is the agenda today. Just wanted to cover three parts like the foundations, BA foundation. Okay, let me minimize this. Foundational BA foundational concepts like let's understand who is a business analyst, what is a business analysis is all about, and the role and the key skills that required and the underlying competencies that in terms of analytical thinking, decision making, and all those underlying competencies at a high level. And the key terms in this specific BA domain, maybe if you are a new, then we should understand few clarifications like what is the need versus requirement. Example is that I'm saying. Okay, these are the key terms that we try to understand. And BA directives. What does it mean? BA directives is all about that. We talk about types of IT companies, how they function. There is slightly there is a difference, like the structures and types of companies and engagement models also a little bit different. Okay, fixed rate, time sheet, time and material, and retainer models. There are different models. Okay, that we will look it into this BA directives, and we'll leverage that. We are talking about AI, right? So first, in order to make use of AI in all the layers, in all the modules, first we should at least have a quick understanding that should I build something a prompt? Okay, what are the types of prompts? Okay, because today we are using the LLMs. When I say LLM, that ChatGPT or Claude or DeepSeek, whatever that the chat interfaces that we have today, we are using them like Google because we have some old habit that we need to change. Okay, the the ChatGPT or Claude or these won't work like the way the Google works, right? So it is most search engines earlier, but this is completely a different thing where we should be able to learn this prompt engineering types of prompts and vague prompts and good prompts. And later, this is what the BA skill we are going to jump in. This is AI skill and this is BA skills. Today we are scoped like learning how to minimize the uncertainty. That is the key principle that we will drive these skills. Okay, because uncertainty is yesterday we see the VUCA quality change is inevitable in the IT world. Change is inevitable. Okay, what was yesterday we can't expect today. That's a change, right? So we should be able to adapt. Requirements are prone to change. This is again one more principle. Requirements are prone to change because their nature is that, okay, always the requirements. Why? Because there is different stakeholders we need to face, and they have different perspectives and views, and the requirements itself will be interpreted in different ways. Okay, that's what we should be able to see today. Understanding the requirements, what is the uncertainties in the requirements, and what are the uncertainties about the stakeholders, because stakeholder is the person who directly or indirectly involved in our project, because BAE is all about the bridge between the IT, where the technical team who develops the software like the mobile applications, web applications, or today chatbots, whatever it is, the application, that software tools which we are building, software applications or tools, whoever is the stakeholders, like to whom you are facing. Let's say I'll bring up here. That's, let's say you think of it's a BE. Okay, these are our development team. This is, let's say our company name is ABC Tech Company. In the ABC Tech Company, you are a BA, and we should be able to interact back and forth with this. Okay, and okay, let's use this. Okay, back and forth with this business stakeholders, understanding their needs. What is need and requirement and design and all, we can deep down analyze. But this is the like agenda. Next, move to the what is business analyst and role quickly. Um, Not big slides, okay, because we have some activities involved. We planned activities, exercises, some hands-on with you. And before that, let's say, we should understand the basic fundamental concepts, okay, fundamental principles, how this domain works, like business analysis. Business analyst is the person who is a liaison or a bridge. Business analysis is the practice. Okay, these are the key terms we should be able to remember all the time. Okay, so understanding the role of a business analyst. The business analyst is a professional who acts as a bridge between the business stakeholders and the technical teams. That's what we should be. It's a different definitions of it, but it's a simplified definition. The main goal is the purpose is to understand business needs from the client problems, client opportunities, or the pain points you can think of, and we should be able to analyze, elicit the information first. We say here it's actually, maybe if you think here, business analysts gather requirements. Why the business analyst exists in first place here is this guy is because to gather the requirements, right? So here this guy, okay, let's say it is a BA who gathers requirements. Okay, REKS. Okay, I'll put it in short form, which is requirements, gather requirements. What does it mean, gather requirements? Do they exist right there with clients? Hey, this is what my requirement, you take it. We call them as a scribe or a clerical, right? So, or a steno or something like that, right? But no, business analysts gather requirements by elicitation and by analysis. Okay, elicitation. What is elicitation? Elicitation is all about obtaining information from the stakeholders, business stakeholders. Let's say this company which we are talking about, right? So it is maybe XYZ company, XYZ, some business company. It could be a bank or something. Okay, like maybe it's whatever the industry they are in, bank or insurance or manufacturing or services. Okay, this guy face some problem, and therefore we are solving that problem with the software applications or tools. Okay, we are software company. Okay, business analyst works with the software company. Let's say example is something always we use some ABC tech company. Okay, this is a tech company where you are the part of this project team, and you should be, your role is to interact with the business team and understand their needs or whatever, like the pain points and their ideas, and translate that needs into, this is a raw information we are going to get. Okay, when we say gather requirements, they never exist right there to take. Otherwise, what is directly why we exist there? We exist as a business analyst to bridge the gap. What is those gaps like? It's an uncertainties, risks. Okay, because today, let's say when you are gathering requirements, if one requirement misunderstood, after 6 months it becomes costly. Okay, this whatever the requirements which maybe everybody is happy with the documentation, the everything, okay, but the result when the developers is implemented after launch and started using it, maybe that they felt that they realized that it is not useful because maybe requirements are not properly clarified. Simple as that. Requirements are not clarified. Requirements you have documented 40-page or 50-page BRD or FRD. What is BRD? Business requirements document. FRD means functional specifications or functional requirements. Okay. How do we do that? We will see it. But whatever the requirements we understand from the business, that's supposed to be clarified. It's not about the size of the documents, size of the content. It's all about the clarity that from each stakeholder what they are looking for. Because when we gathering requirements as a business analyst, right? So here you will see C-level guys, maybe CEOs, okay, CEOs, COOs, CFOs, or something. Okay, goes on like this. This is managerial level, like where who can manage this. Okay, mid level, and these are the like associate level where the tasks will be carried out. Okay, these may be the end users. These may be the managers who require kind of reports. So different stakeholders involved in a project from the business side. How do we understand their expectations is the key. The business analyst role is all about that. Like the main goal is to understand business needs. Needs means a problem or opportunity. Identify problems or opportunities and recommend solutions by defining the requirements in IT. Okay, hope it is clear. Business analyst involves in identifying the business needs and finding solutions to the problems. Okay, that is the main purpose. Business analyst acts as a bridge, okay, between the business and the IT team who develops the software, or engineering team, or a tech people. Okay, key responsibilities, requirements gathering. That's what I just now talked about. This requirements gathering is all about this. Understand their pain points, understand their needs, understand that uncertainties, what they are expecting from the different roles, because CFO, CEO, and the managers and the end users in the bottom, interacting with them, conducting workshops, conducting interviews with them, and understand the requirements and document them, and should be able to communicate back with the technical teams. Okay, that's what. And there are skills like communication or collaboration skills are very key skills that required for a business analyst. Communication must be clear. Okay, how do we communicate with, with the help of modeling? We can do it different ways. We can do it. We will cover those communication related stuff like how to document business requirements or functional requirements, whatever it is. And uh, this is what we are talking about. Talk to the customers and business owners. When we say customer, it's not one. Customer means that, as I mentioned here, that different roles, because typically the organizations will be, most organizations will be pyramid, right? So the structures will be pyramid structures like this. This is top level. This is top level. This is it's a mid level. This is bottom level. The problem or a need or the requirements may be from top level or mid level or users level. Okay, don't know which. Let's say if you are working with a bank, they need a dashboard. dashboard. Like we wanted to build a dashboard, right? So dashboard software, dashboard module, a software. Okay, then so majority of time these people will be involved because CEO, CFO, COO, these are the people who are interested in the visibility side. Dashboard is all about that visibility, right? So what is a dashboard? Dashboard contains charts like bar chart or graphs, distribution, data distribution, and all. Right. Today we are talking about Power BI is the tool with which we can build the dashboards. But understanding the requirements is the key, right? So to whom you're gathering, you're understanding the requirements, making clarified, okay, all the questions. Because the CFO looks the same dashboard differently than this CEO. That's what how to solve that uncertainty, all expectations we will see that, okay, requirement side. But this is what the role clarity just we are giving you, that and talk to the customers and business owners and document requirements. Here document requirements means let's say we use tools like project management tools like Jira, okay, where we should be able to write the wiki. And Confluence is going to be the tool where we document all these business requirements and functional requirement specifications. Again, it depends based on the company to company which tools they are going to use. Jira is the popular tool. Azure DevOps Boards is the popular tools where we are going to document these requirements. Sometimes we use, maybe 30 pages, 40 pages, depends on the size of the project, which by the name we call it as BRD, business requirements document, or functional requirements document. Okay, right. And types of business analysts today, yeah, as Lakshmi mentioned in the early, that there are different roles evolving. These roles are evolving. Like today, IT business analyst, tech business analyst, AI tech business analyst, business process analyst, data analyst, even product owner and manager. If you look at job descriptions, maybe if you search in the Google, hey, what job description of a business analyst, sometimes you will be surprised they are looking for something, a data analyst, like gather the data and analyze the data, generating the dashboards and the Python skills and SQL skills and Excel skills they look for. But still the title is a business analyst. Okay, still the title is business analyst. And you can ask me that what we are covering here is functional plus tech. Okay, when we say a functional, that we will understand what is BRD, what is FRD or FRS. And next, it's all about the specs in terms of like database spec and API spec. Today, we are living in a world of integration world, right? A spec, like APIs are the key. What is an API? We will see it in more detail. API is an application programming interface, which is a contract between multiple systems. Example is that a payment gateway will be there, and maybe your order cart will be there, like e-commerce, and how they will be integrated. The integration requirements, how to capture that, we will see it in going forward. Okay, this is it at a high level. That okay, maybe understanding the business analyst role. Okay, business BA is the bridge between the business and the tech team, understand business needs and identify the problems. Okay, right. Any questions here? Open quickly. We will move on to the next. Any questions? Here, any questions? This is just a role we'll talk about, and let's jump in the quick uh, key skills that required for a business analyst. Okay, let's hear. I've uh, already documented. Okay, please remove this. How I don't know. Somebody is highlighted here.
Oh, sorry. I thought it's my end. I will remove it. I apologize for that.
No issues. Okay, right.
Is it?
Thank
It
you.
has been removed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I thought I just trying to take notes, but yeah, sorry about that.
No problem. Please take the notes. Okay. Anyway, we are going to share this documents with all of you, whatever we are covering. Okay. This is, yeah, again, coming back to the skills at a high level that
Hi,
which,
GP.
yeah, please go ahead. Hmm.
Sorry to disturb, bother you. Can you tell me what is the difference between the BRD and the FSD document?
Yes, it's a good question. Like these are the two artifacts. When I say artifacts, okay, let's come back here. Let me explain before. It's the same structure. Let me copy. So the question is that what is BRD, right? BRD is an artifact. Okay, when I say an artifact,
Oh, sorry, GP accidentally muted you. I'm sorry. Can you please unmute?
unmute. Okay, right.
Yeah, sorry.
Is it? Right, no problem. See, what is BRD and FRD at a high level? BRD is all about business requirements document. Please write it down if required. Okay, BRD or BRD or BRS also. Sometimes they will call it as business requirement document. Okay, good. Or business requirements specification, simple document. Okay, business requirements document or spec. You can call it as FRD or FRS. Sometimes they call it as FRS. What is FRD? Functional. Functional requirements document slash spec. Okay, this is the abbreviations, right? So how do this BRD created or come from? This is a question, right? So BRD majority of time this XYZ company may create and share with this, okay, ABC company, tech company, or maybe this XYZ company doesn't have a BRD. Okay, BRD is all about, just maybe yesterday I showcased that. Let's say I wanted to show you, just pick in, maybe it is in downloads. Okay, lab dash something which we are talking about, which is some, this is, see, this is a BRD looks like. Okay, this is a business requirements document which contains executive summary. These are the sections like project scope. This is very, very important section, scope, user roles. And there is one more section, it's very important section, which is out of scope actually. That's a very, very important section. What we are not delivering is also very important section. It is not here because every BRD will have a different formats and styles, and some sections will be missed. Okay, there is no standard, but typically minimum BRD looks like this. What are the roles, functionalities they are looking for? Okay, this is what something a BRD. So what is the purpose? It should be like it leads to the next level, like for the architectural design or functional requirements. Business, what business wants to achieve. Simple. If you want to, simplify in single word, what business wants to achieve, that should be documented here. Also, this will help for the business continuity. What does it mean, business continuity? Maybe today you are the BA. You work for this company for the 3 years. Maybe you documented one by one based on the customer requirements or based on the stakeholders requirements. Maybe you may leave this company, but next whoever comes, like as a business analyst, replaces you, and they will go by this document and they will continue the same. This is like a context and business continuity. I hope you understand. Functional requirements document is very specific to the functionality, like features, very specific to the features. Okay, that is a key difference. You can ask me that. Is it must that have the BRD and FRD? No, it depends on the company to company. If it's just mid-sized small companies who are not following quality standards, they are not comes under the framework of quality standards like ISO, CMMI, okay, Six Sigma, these standards. Maybe they can create their own. But if they are following some standards as per the SEPG, software engineering, process group is there actually. I'm not getting into that. So we should be able to follow the standards, CMMI standards. Okay, this is BRICS actually. But today, agile companies, more majority of time agile, therefore they are creating the documentation on fly. Okay, but BRD is the document which serves the purpose of that, like documenting what business wants to achieve and what stakeholders are expecting. These are the two key aspects will be addressed. Functional requirements documents always addressed with what is the functionality spec. You can think of a spec, very detailed spec. Okay, hope I cleared your doubt. Any questions? Right, let's
Thanks, Divi.
got you. And yeah, these are the these are the skills that required for a business analyst. Elicitation, maybe elicit or okay, elicitation. What is elicitation in business analysis? Elicitation is all about obtaining the inputs. Okay, let's say in simple terms, like all the time we say that business analyst is all about gathering the requirements from the client. Okay, he's the bridge between. But gathering means what? Do they exist right there? No, please don't expect that. May exist like in the form of a BRD, but are they clear? Don't know. They will be misinterpreted. The ambiguities. Yesterday we talked about VUCA, right? So customer doesn't know what he wants, but maybe that's a problem with interpretation or what, I don't know. But if you create a 40-page document also, after 6 months of the product launch, the product is not useful. I see those uh, scenarios also. I see one classical, even recently it happened actually. There is a big document, volumes, BRD and FRD, but end of the day, general manager said that, is it that we have expected? The outcome is not the expected, because it's not about the documentation. That even today with the AI we can create huge documents, but no, end of the day, what is the questions we have answered there? Are the real stakeholders we have identified over the decision makers, who is really useful this product which we are building, actually, to whom we are targeting? Identifying that is the key. Okay, that's what this formal training is required for a business. People think that requirements gathering is just like that, maybe something I can talk to them. No, it is all about that. Analyze. Analysis is the key, right? So we see your stakeholder is the key. Maybe in a company that you are working with, like a dashboard example. So to whom you need to connect with to get the requirements, because they are the main source of your requirements, right? So therefore, elicitation requirements doesn't exist there. We should be able to elicit, means something we need to go in depth. It's like an iceberg. They say tip of the iceberg, like, hey, the dashboard should work very well. What does it mean? It's a vague requirement. Very well means what does it mean? Okay, the application should be able to load the page very fast, very user friendly. What does it mean, user friendly, very fast, and all? So we should be able to elicit the information. There is elicitation techniques are there. There are 50 elicitation techniques are there as per the IABA guidelines. But do we cover all those things? Not necessary, because it's not a like a linear, like one after another, one after another. No, because it depends on the situation, depends on the uncertainty. We should be able to bring the tools, okay, or a techniques. Business analysis is all about that, applying your tool belt. Which technique is it? Should I use the interviews here? How many rounds of interviews I should be able to conduct with this stakeholder? How many times I should be able to conduct a workshop? Okay, yesterday I showcased a flow diagram that I've draw here with the help of a tool. Okay, one business processing modeling tool. I was trying to understand the business process flow, because we are not specking out as of now. Trying to understand, this is what. Therefore, I'm eliciting the information, sitting with the like the CRM team, like they have a business development team. Still, we don't have a clarity that who does what. If you look at this, okay, if you look at this in this diagram, just we are trying to understand at a high level still. Okay, I'm documenting this, modeling this, okay, rather documenting, modeling this, and trying to understand. This is a tool, modeling tool I'm using, I'm applying the tool and my skills, and how the flow diagrams I should draw. I know it. Okay. And but is it clear? Is it the expectation? Still, there are a lot of open questions. Actually, last week we had a call. I sent a lot of questionnaire. Hey, who does what? I wanted to clearly understand. Then they also don't know, right? This is what the BA job is, not the documentation, not the just copy and paste. It's all about that what the customer also don't know and I don't know. Okay, that's where we exist here. Okay, so therefore, come back here. We are talking about elicitation is important. Okay, there are techniques. There is a workshop technique. There is a questionnaire technique, and all these techniques are not all. Let's at least we will go through few techniques out of maybe 50 in IT. What we are going to frequently use, that techniques will be called. Questionnaire is the key. Questionnaire is a technique actually. Elicitation technique. What is the topmost elicitation technique? Is questionnaire. How you frame the question. How do you frame the question? Because I underwent a training, so they gave an opportunity in like online executive execution, when executive execution I'm doing with Wharton, and they gave the complimentary with Harvard. They taught us the art of question, art of framing the question. I realized this is the depth of framing the question. Yes, there are open-ended questions, closed-ended questions. When to pose, to whom we need to pose those questions, right? So this is very, very important for a business analyst. That's where elicitation comes. That is the skill set you should be able to have. That. Okay, we are talking about the skills. And requirements management. You are the owner of the requirements. When I say a requirement, a condition or a capability, as per the definition, requirement is to satisfy, right, something without any uncertainties or ambiguities or conflicts. This is what our job is, to clarify clearly. It should be clear. Requirement must be clear. How would I know this requirement is clear? That's what we will do an exercise today. Okay. This requirement is clear, or vague requirement, or a clear requirement. How would I know? And which type of requirement it is? I should be able to learn that skill. I should be able to classify. Hey, customer speaks many things. Is a raw information. He is going to give us raw information. There is no sequence, there is no structure, there is no connectivity or related anything. But a BA is nothing but the person who is going to clear. Clarity is the key, not the confidence. Okay. So here it is, requirements management is the key actually. What does it mean? Today the customer says that I want this requirement, but tomorrow he may modify it or maybe completely defer that requirement. When I say defer means they don't want it, right? So this kind of requirements management is very, very important, because requirements management is the key of a successful project. Please remember this. Sooner or later, everybody will realize in the project that inefficient requirements management is the key for the unsuccessful projects. This is what my experience for the long 2.5 decades. I'm very clear on this. This is what recently conducted a kind of a survey by this IIBA and KPMG conducted. Like why the projects are being not successful? Because it's a 30% only successful projects in IT, especially IT. I'm talking about. No, I'm not talking about civil projects, other projects. IT projects fails because of this requirements management is unclear. That's what my statement. Sooner or later, we realize the requirements management, inefficient requirements management is the key, root cause for most of the projects will be failed. Okay, because after launch, we will come to know, okay, this is not useful. Yes, it's working. The feature, everything is working, bug free and everything, but it's not useful. So nobody is going to build the product or an application or a tool which is not useful. Why? Because the analysis is missed, the clarification, maybe wrong stakeholder targeted, and they also don't know, right? That's what, as a business analyst, we exist here to clear those like ambiguities, conflicts, and uncertainties, and what the expectations they want. Okay, that's what it's a very important skill for a business analyst. And the tools side which we are talking about, Jira, ADO boards. Okay, Jira is a project management tools. These tools are like two or project management tools. Visio is a old school. Visio is a very popular Microsoft tool with which we can do some diagrams. Okay, like flowcharts or use case diagrams, class diagrams. This is Visio is a very old. It's been I know Visio for the last 26 years, 27 years. In the very beginning, also we used to use, but different version. But today it's maybe a cloud. It's a costly today, but there are a lot of replacements today in the marketplace available, like draw.io. Maybe draw.io is going to be used for our classes. Draw.io. What is draw.io? It is, again, you can work with offline, you can download it, or online also. It is available, with which maybe I can show you draw.io. This is how it should look like. Or maybe there is other tools like Commanda, CAMUNDA. This is BPMN tool, which helps to draw this flow diagrams like this. Okay, this some shapes is available, but we are not going to use this BPM kind of a tool. But this is a very available tool. Like, you can create a new diagram. What kind of a diagram you're going to use, like UML diagram or what, cross-functional flow diagrams. Let's say it is something like this. Who does what? Let's say if you want to understand, like sales executive, sales manager, and CEO, what each role, what task they are going to do in order to clear, to get the clarity, modeling is the key. In order to analyze, modeling is the key. Okay, you need to have this skill, modeling skill. Modeling is all about documenting process. Please write it down if you are with me. Okay, documenting process. What is model? Model is nothing but a documenting process. Okay, this is a diagram. Okay, this we are documenting something in a diagrammatic format. Diagrammatic format will also help us to enhance your communication. Trust me. Okay, how do I'm a effective communicator? Yes, only if you know how to do this modeling with the help of these tools. Like, okay, draw.io is one of the two which we are going to frequently, mostly used, okay, for modeling and all. Draw.io and Figma, or kind of Axure, Figma, Balsamic. There are a lot of old school tools were there, but today there are very cloud tools. When we were in 20 years back or 15 years back, we used to use Pencil. Okay, still Pencil is there, Pencil. Maybe you can search the Pencil, you can download it. So it is downloadable, and you can install. Pencil is there. Balsamic, typically we call it as Balsamic. It's a tools, okay? Balsamic, I'm not sure that. But even draw.io is going to be used for all purposes. Okay. Figma is popular today, but it requires, again, a dedicated formal training is required. And today, even in AI world, Snitch, yesterday we already see that tool, Stitch, STICH. Okay, Stitch is there, and there are other tools also. There are wireframing tools. Okay, these are the wireframing tools, markup screens. Okay, Stitch and blah blah blah. Okay, maybe the Google is, and the big companies are launching big tools for designing, specific to the designing only. Okay, for wireframes and all. Maybe I'll introduce one. We can see that. And next is modeling is nothing but a documenting process. Just we are talking about BRD, FRD. All these comes under documentation process only. A BRD may contain this flow diagrams. Okay, BRD contains the flow diagrams. Okay, how the flow works, how the inquiry flow works, how the lead works, how the proposal works, how the work order works, how the all this. Let's say if you're working in e-commerce, how the end-to-end e-commerce order works. That is for clarity. We use these tools to diagram all those, and we will be documented in a BRD and FRD. And communication and collaboration is the key, very, very key. Because business analyst underlying competency is communication and collaboration. So this is what I already bring up that concept, a study that carried out by IAB and KPMG recently, that they said that majority of projects fails because of this reason, that communication and collaboration. Okay, what are the skills? Maybe you are good at requirements management. Okay, you are very good at requirements management. Means something you can capture and you can document whatever the life cycle of the requirement. You can do it good. You are good at problem solving, analytical thinking, critical thinking, and all. But communication and collaboration is the underlying competency you must have. A business analyst must have this skill. Okay, SDLC. Yes, if you see any job description from IT company or a tech company, they always ask this. You must have agile knowledge. Agile, Scrum, maybe agile means today we are talking about SC or UM. These are hard skills, okay, not soft skills. Communication and collaboration is kind of okay, soft skills maybe comes under. This is hard skills. We should learn this hard skill, that how the project management works. Project management, okay, SDLC, software development life cycle, how the software will be developed by the ABC company or XYZ company or PQRS company, okay, irrespective of the title of the company. If it is a software company, they should be able to follow this. But today, this is also being changed, okay, augmented SDLC, because AI assisted. AI, okay, augmented SDLC. Today we used to bill the customers after project. That is an engagement model. But today the models are being changed. Every sprint, what is the outcome? What is the software that we build for one sprint? Pay for that one. If it is not working, we will stop the engagement. Okay, so that's what 10x faster, and the billing models also being changed because of AI. AI is changing everything today in the software industry. Are you ready? That is the key. Okay. So 10x faster, how we are going to build the products, software delivery is 10x faster today. Yesterday also, my old colleague, I'm talking to Wipro, okay, guy, um, we are talking about the same thing. He's telling me that, hey DP, we used to use something a SaaS product earlier. We built it by ourselves in a week. Oh, that's what. So therefore, maybe these SaaS products and all, I don't know, but every company, they wanted to build their own products or tools. Maybe that if they have the requirements clear, right? Even Infosys, TCS, Cognizant, Accenture, these companies are going forward. There are two options. There are two possibilities. Please, either they will decrease the development teams, okay, bring more like product owners and BAs or tech business analysts, these people in the upstream, and they will eliminate this downsize the tech teams. Means downstream execution in the like developers kind of thing. This is also possible that maybe they will remain the teams, and maybe they will go to more markets with the same teams. They will go to the different markets, and they can deliver the softwares to the people, or like businesses, in a fastest possible way. AI is bringing us the efficiency. That's what we are calling it as augmented SDLC. Are you a BA within this augmented SDLC? We should learn that. Okay. And today, business analyst title, they're asking these skills like data analytics skills. Like, do you know the data? What is normalization, data normalization, data structure should look like? What is ER diagrams? And all they're asking. And SQL. The SQL is a structured query language which is used to answer business questions like, hey, how many customers I have from India, how many customers I have from Australia, how many customers I have from Latin America or this particular region, right? So US. This is what SQL is going to be used to retrieve data, create data, okay, directly interacting with the database without any UI or interface. Okay, SQL. That is also they are expecting because job roles are evolving and they are looking for something as full stack. Full stack means, let's say example is tech BA. So they are expecting something a tech skill and as well as functional skill. Okay. Earlier, when we were the software developers or coders back in the day, only we used to do the code with Satyam. I used to work with Satyam, let's say. Only we used to code. We used to write the class is enough. Your job is. Okay, front end, database, you no need to bother about that. Okay, it's only you need to code the just a class, write the code, that's it, not the front end design and back end database. They will separate people, but today they are expecting full stack. Hey, you should know the React, you should know the .NET or Java, or you should know the SQL Server database. See this, roles are evolving. Okay, here role is also evolved with a tech BA, IT BA who also should carry the skills like data analysis skills, some Power BI skills, API. What is API? Do we develop all these API, SQL, Power BI, data analysis? No, you're not completely expert. The end of the day, we should be the hybrid role. You can say that functional, like BRD and requirements management. You can think of requirements management, okay, by doing elicitation, gathering requirements. Also, you should be able to have this kind of data skills. Okay, definitely this is completely a different world together. The tech side. This is tech side. This is maybe okay, project management side, agile and all these things. This is functional side. If you look at, I break down this into whole into pieces, right? So gathering requirements, elicitation, and these skills, right? So these are also project management tools. Okay, I'll put it in the tools as a separate. Okay, these tools I'll break it down maybe for clarity. Yeah. Yes. Let's say this is, I'll make it some number. Okay, these are the tools you need in your tool belt, like while you are doing, irrespective of domain, irrespective of industry, okay, and the region. Okay, these are the skills, BA skills, functional skills. These are project management skills. Project. You do you manage projects? No, but you should be the part of. You should be included in the project. Therefore, you should know how it works, and you should play your role. Orchestration, like if you look at the orchestrator, so there is one guy who give the instructions, and rest other everybody will play it, right? So orchestrate. That's why. And these are the skills which is data related skills. Okay, hope you understand the BA in detail as of now. Okay, BA is the bridge between the tech and the IT in order to manage, okay, your role, in order to play your role effective and efficient anyway with the help of AI, no problem.
Yeah,
Okay,
pants. Yeah, not yeah.
right?
Shit,
So
the pants.
effectively, you need to have these skills for sure. Okay, these are the skill set. And these are the underlying competencies, but very exhaustive. Like here, the set, that's what I'm not going by like analytical thinking, like creative thinking, decision making, learning, problem solving, systems thinking, design thinking, conceptual thinking. According to the IIBA, IIBA means International Institute of Business Analysis. It is a regulatory body how we conduct the business analysis practice. Okay, I'm repeating. IIBA is an institute which is located in Canada, Toronto, which regulates the standard practices. Okay. You can ask me, hey DP, if I don't follow the standards, no issues. End of the day, why the quality standards come into the picture or the frameworks comes into the picture is because to deliver the project successful. That's what why project manager should exist in a project, because he controls the project, he controls the execution, he plans the execution, he executes, he controls, he manage the whole people, processes, and everything. Why BA exists in the project? BA is clearly responsible and accountable for managing the requirements, understanding, eliciting the requirements from the client, okay, and should be able to document. You don't worry, you should be able to do it. It is very easy if you understand the fundamentals, concepts, theory. But bear with me, like, okay, this is more, it is not like a technical, like you are not learning a language. Please understand, if you are learning a language, it is easy that I can open a tool, SQL server or something like that, and you can type the syntax and semantics, you will see the result there. But in BA, first understand these concepts. Conceptual clarity is important. Then why you exist and what kind of uncertainties you face. Your job is not to write the documents, it's to eliminate what stakeholders don't know. Okay, because I'm keep repeating this. Customer doesn't know what he wants. Maybe he know it, but he don't know how to articulate. Okay, you cannot surface it everything out. That's what BA is supposed to be. Always we grind with questions. Okay, when I'm doing this, always I raise questions. Who does what? They don't have a clear, okay, I can show you that maybe later in some time the real requirement, that how it comes with the ambiguities. A lot of ambiguities will come. Lot of open questions will be there. But how do you analyze that requirements in first phase and clarify? Even they don't know, maybe you don't know, right? First, clarity is important. To whom this requirement is all about, to whom this application tool is building, okay, what uncertainties that I should be able to deal with is very, very important. Okay, this is, hope you are clear about this, the BA, overall BA, and the skill set that's required, right? So any questions here before we move to the next? Quick.
Hey, DP, you just mentioned about SQL and Power BI. So
Yeah,
do we
please.
do we need to know this SQL Power BI? We need to learn that also.
Yes, we are going to teach you that, like, there is a dedicated workshop during this, weekend, this program. Yes, what is select command, like, it's not pure technical, right? It's a semi-technical, just writing the SQL commands. That's it. Okay.
Yes, Manish, in
Yes, we are
Australia,
going.
I am in Australia. So in Australia market, Manish, so we need these skills and which the trainer, it is part of our curriculum. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all
But,
good then. Thank you, sir.
and asking this is, if you look at, let's say now I'll give the task to you that today go and visit. Yesterday also we showcased, okay, go and visit in Google. What is tech BA, right? Majority of the job descriptions, most of the job descriptions, in the end, good to have, or this kind of descriptions, good to have. Okay, this SQL, Power BI, data analysis. Okay, understand? See, the title is a business analyst, but internally the job description is looking for something at tech. That's what I give the example also. Back in the days, we are just the coders, we are just the developers. Back in the day, we are only systems analysis and design people. But today, they are expecting that full stack, like you should be able to know the front end, back end, or something like that in tech areas. developers or something like that. Okay, but for BAs, they're expecting something, these skills like SQL, as Lakshmi mentioned that in Australia they're looking for, even US, they're looking for some, skills, add-on skills like this. Okay, that's what I clearly articulated, that are we, an advanced SQL developer or a database administrator? No, but it is an extended skill that you must have. Okay, that's we are going to cover as a part of our curriculum. API. APIs is very important because integrations today, payment gateway integration, email integration, WhatsApp integration, SMS integration. Okay, other ERP systems, CRM integration, other today LLM integrations. LLM, it's a chatbots. Today we are developing chatbots and RAG systems, right? So all these AI integrations, API integrations. Today, OpenAI integration, AI API will be there. Cloud APIs are there. DeepSeek APIs. Everybody is giving an API. What is an API? It's just an interface to connect with other system. A contract, okay, an agreed contract between systems. Okay, we will talk about that later. But this is what something about the skills that's required for a business analyst. Okay, hope everybody is clear.
Yeah,
Thanks,
TP,
And
one more question, please. Just difference between the BPMN and process maps and a flow chart. Do you have
right.
any example for that? That's okay.
Yeah, yeah. BPM, right? So when I say maybe I've used the word called a BPM, right? So business process modeling. This comes under business process management. Okay, please, maybe you can search in Google also what is business process management. It's completely a subject together. Business process. See, this is a separate business process modeling. This modeling is just part of that business process management. Okay, maybe you heard of SOPs. Okay, standard operating procedures, right? Let's say aviation is there, very strict. Pharmaceuticals, very strict SOPs. They drive completely business process management. Okay, business process management. This is called BPM as defined by Gartner. Okay, you know the Gartner maybe. Employ methods to discover, model, analyze, measure, and improve, optimize business strategy and processes. Okay, how it is connected to as a business analyst, what we can pick from this business process management is that, yes, we will try to analyze the business processes because it is one of the skill for a business analyst. You should be able to analyze the processes in the systems. Okay, systems, or whether it is an operations, whether it is a marketing, sales, or an HR, or whatever the department or a function of the organization, we should be able to do these processes. Okay, this process analysis and modeling can be at a strategic level or an operational level or execution level. Okay, but you need to have this skill. That's what I'm not naming it as a business process management completely because we are not completely dealing with, but business process analysis is the key for a business analyst. That's what I'm doing here. But the tool which I'm using is a popular tool for business process management. Okay, even you can use the same draw.io to do this. The same. Okay, right? Hope you understand. This BPM means business process management. Modeling means we are trying to understand the process by documenting like this with the help of a tool. That's it. Got it?
Yeah, thank you.
Right. So, and this, where do we keep these documents? Maybe we will keep it in BRD and FRD. Hey, this is the process model of this particular business development in this particular firm. Okay, let's say this is currently we are working for a company. Business development is facing. I spoke to director actually, that the guy who is facing the visibility issue because top-down approach. Because we are solving the problem from top-down. That's what so that the director level, they are facing the issue. There are 40 team, but business development team is there at here in the level, and there are executives, business development. But end of the day, they are spending a lot of money for business development, but maybe they are not getting the right outcomes. Therefore, they want a CRM. They want to be a software tool. That's what we shouldn't disclose all, but I can bring it some sections I can show you. So based on which we have some lot of open questions on that process. So that's what we are modeling the process here. Okay, process modeling I'm doing. I'm getting questions. Therefore, next we will come up with the functional specs. Next, that underlying competencies that it's a very exhaustive list. I can share this. Okay, so we can cover this like the thinking is the key for a business analyst. So there are different thinking
Uh,
abilities like cognitive
DP,
abilities that
you,
require folding. Yeah, please.
I think
Uh,
net is a little bit up and down at your end. Could you please check? So you're breaking.
okay.
S-
Right. So
s-
this is
Fine there.
full.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's full.
yeah,
Somewhere.
full.
Yeah, let's continue. It's just a couple of seconds, not too long though. Yeah,
Yeah,
please
it's a
continue.
couple of seconds this happens. Okay. And
Yeah.
yeah, this is analytical thinking and problem solving is required, and behavioral is very, very important, like adaptability, time management, ethics, personal accountability, trust. This is IIBA DevOps talks about all these things. Yes, required ethical practices are required, right? ND and NC. Just now I told you that I don't disclose the BRD of other projects, right? So there's a sensitive information because we signed an agreement with them that we don't do disclose anything, right? So that's what something skills that require underlying competencies, typically we call it as, and business knowledge is the key. Yesterday somebody asked like, hey, should I have the domain knowledge? Yes, but how do I get it today? Yes, we can leverage lifting with AI. Okay, that heavy lifting, that understanding the domain. But what is the scope? According to that, we should be able to learn the domain. It's very easy. We have a prompt also. Okay, you can learn any domain today. Just I can showcase that. This is what business acumen you can say, and industry knowledge, organization knowledge, solution knowledge, and methodology knowledge. Okay, methodology is all about SDLC, maybe the frameworks we should be able to cover, and industry, in which industry, in what type of an organization. Okay, and come to the communication skills that we have talked about, that effective communication is the key, right? Verbal communication, non-verbal communication, written communication, and listening. These are all maybe looks like a soft skills. Do we train all these, cover all these things? No. Okay, this is out of scope, but we assume that you have these things. But communication and collaboration, that few tools, that modeling is one of the important tool for a communication. Okay, that we can connect like here. And how you speak in English, should I improve your English? That's no, maybe our assumption that you have that. Okay. Do you write emails? Maybe we assume that you have that, right? So these are the like underlying competencies that we assume that you have. And interaction skills is very, very important. Facilitation. What is facilitation? Because BA is one of the very, very important thing is that you must know how to facilitate. Let's Lakshmi and I, we are doing this facilitation, right? So he's facilitating this meeting. Initially he comes and do this like, facilitate meeting, and maybe recording also, right? So we are recording. End of the day is going to share with us like, this is part of that elicitation. Okay. When we wanted to elicit with stakeholders, obtain information from stakeholders in order to analyze requirements. Okay, we should be able to have this facilitation skill. Like we should be able to check their availability first, right? So we can't, let's say, I'm talking about this, right? So it took me time to do this. And understand at least this level of flow. This is a flaw for sure. Okay, this is not clear. I don't know. And I'm not talking about the drawing. I'm not talking about the flow. Okay, I'm talking about the flow, business flow. Maybe the flow which I understand. I'm trying to understand, but it is little. I'm facing little difficulty that getting this kind of information from them. Availability. When I ping today, and they will be replying in the evening. Maybe I don't know that like maybe this can be an escalation also next week. I don't know. Availability is the key because project is a temporary endeavor. Yesterday I talked about that. There is a start date and end date. Okay, nobody is going to give an extra time to you. You should be able to cover the requirements, clarify the requirements. No open questions because architect will be sitting next to us that ask, hey, in order to design, where are my requirements? Okay, let's these are the skills that required for a business analyst, and these are the underlying competences which we are talking about, right? Tools like you should be able to have a word, you should be able to excel. These are the basic tools that and BRD, preparing the BRD, how to generate a BRD or prepare a BRD, how to analyze or overview the BRD, and all these skills comes under this things. And the tools which we have already talked about, very specific. I forget to add this lucid chart. This is also popular cloud tool where you can do the flow charts and use case diagrams and mockups also today. And every tool is evolving with the help of AI. There, everywhere, wherever you go, there is a chart window will be there like this. Okay. Only thing is that how to make use of. Say this. This is the chart window. If you click chat window right there, hey, what can I do for you, right? Every tool is coming up with the AI chart today. With making use of AI prompts, we can make use of tools. Even snitch, yesterday I showcased, just give a prompt that, hey, this is what I'm looking for, it will generate the screens. But clarifying that screens, like, is it that you are expecting with the end users, is very very important. Who's supposed to do it? It's a VA. He's the bridge. That's what we are talking about, right? He is the guy. Okay. We are solving the problems, business problems, with the help of technology. Okay. Okay. With the different tech stacks like Java, PHP, React, or whatever it is that we leave it to the technical teams. But we should be able to spec out. First, spec is important. In order to spec, we should be able to have a BRD. Okay, BRD is must, not necessary, but we should be able to document in some form for sure. Okay, what is the executive summary? What is the scope? What is out of scope? What is the process should look like? What is the business requirements? What are the stakeholders requirements? It must be. These are the sections, key sections, assumptions, dependencies, and risks. These are the key sections again. Okay, so that's kind of a documentation skill that is required for a BA. Hope you understand this. Who is BA? What is the skills, tools that required? What is the underlying competencies that required for a BA? Okay. And quickly, I'll make you understand key jargons before jumping into the BE. Like, okay, this is the key terms. Okay, before moving to next, and do you have any questions, please raise, and we will clarify and move to the next. Hope no open questions. Okay, that's what.
So just regarding the technical BA and functional BA, so it's just the difference in between the learning the SDLC and the tools. That's it. That's the difference, or there is any other difference as well?
Yeah, what is the question? Like, can you frame it that
So
what is the
yeah,
key
so
difference between
the
tech
key
business and the
difference.
functional business? Hmm.
Yeah, so the
Please
key
go ahead.
difference in between functional BA and technical BA is just the learning the tools and know about the software development cycle, or any other difference as well.
SDLC is must. Like if you're a functional or a technical BA, if you're coming to the IT, right? So with into the IT, SDLC, like Agile is a key because all are Agile companies. Okay, it is irrespective
Mhm.
of whether it is a functional or a technical. Is it clear, right? And
Yeah.
next come to functional BA, like what are the skills? Yes, you should be able to have these skills what we have discussed. And the second thing is as a tech BA, right? This is an extended version. That's what the industry is looking for. This is what we are evolving, and the industry is looking for, and I should be able to adapt, right? So that's what, according to the job descriptions, majority it's almost 70%. They are looking for SQL. They are looking for something, API understanding. They are looking for something, at least the Power BI related stuff like dashboarding, visualizations, and all this charting part. Okay, but typically they are
Okay.
the part of data analyst. Okay, there is a little slight confusion. Business understand data analyst. Okay, data analyst is the one who works on the data, clearly data. Okay, he works on the Excel sheets. He works with the Python or whatever it is. With visualizations will be there, SQL will be there, and the APIs will be there. These will be there. But these roles are overlapping nowadays, right? But the title is business analyst, but they are expecting these skills also as a tech BA, right? As Jasmine,
And what about the Prince 2? Does it fit similar to PMP in
Prince,
BA rules?
yeah, Prince 2, right? So you're talking about PMP, Prince 2. Is it Prince 2? You're asking?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this is part of the PM roles. Product owner, right? So today we are calling it in Agile, we are calling it as a product owner or a Scrum Master. Not product owner, Scrum Masters, right? So today we are calling them as a Scrum Masters.
Okay.
These are the like PMP, maybe from PMI, Project Management Institute. Maybe you heard of that PMI, introduced this PMP, Project Management, for waterfall kind of project managements, where Prince 2 is also comes under that kind of a category, which is all about project management skills. Okay, but they own the project. The people who are managing the project, their key role is to initiating the project, planning the project, okay, and executing the project, and control and execute the project and closure the project. That's what the management who manages the whole project. People management is the key there. They manage people. Which guy is best guy to fit into this role? Okay, this task.
Not. Thank
BA,
you.
yeah, BA is okay for them. As you mentioned, that's a Prince 2 certification or PMC certification that makes. If it is a tech BA, it is all about you are responsible for requirements management, not the people's management or something, a risk management or not completely. But there's a slight overlap will be there. You should also be with people, but which people? It's a business people, right? So business people, you need to manage them. Not manage means you cannot, add or remove or something like that. Manage means that, right? You need to interact with them. Okay, but project manager is the guy who manages the project, and people's manager. People, is a skills, people skills. Okay, Prince 2 comes under that category, project management category, right? We are talking about requirements management. It is the key for to successful any project. Why projects fails? Because of inefficient or ineffective uh, requirements management. Who is the owner for requirements? All these requirements management, be including tech skills, because you are working in a technical organization, right? So business analyst also may work in JP Morgan and other non-IT companies also. BS are there today. Even McKinsey has a business analyst. McKinsey, maybe you know it, management consulting services, right? Okay, the big four firms has business analysts. Do they gather the requirements and do they, do the technical things? No, they are in a very strategic side, like uh, co- like understanding the competitors, the strategic side, mostly strategic, market analysis, cost benefit analysis. That's a very high level strategic side. Tech BA is purely you're working closely working with the technical people. Got you?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions, right? So, okay, let's move on to the
I
prompt
have a
engineering.
question. He
Please.
literally
Yes.
yeah, interrupted me. My question is, I hear you talk about making sure that you have the agile skills. What skills in agile? Are we talking about the frameworks? Are we talking about the tools you use, or all of the above?
Yes, true. So how it works, right? First of all, agile. When we say an agile is nothing but flexible way of working, right? So earlier we used to work like, back in the days, like one after another, like discovery definition. First we gather all the requirements and we document and give it to the development team. Then development team will be loaded. Maybe they come into the picture and they develop and they will again, once the software is ready, they will give it to the testing for people to test it, and then finally it is going to give it to the customer after maybe 6 months or 1 year. That was the process for an project. But today is an agile. Agile means something which is short iterations, okay, cycles. Within
Sorry to
four
interrupt
weeks,
you.
it's good.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm a Scrum Master,
Jasmine.
RTE and all that.
Yeah.
So I understand from
Right.
that angle. I'm just trying to understand what part of Agile you were speaking about. Are you
Scrum.
talking about the
Scrum.
frameworks or the tools we use?
Yeah, framework, Scrum framework, specific that like Scrum framework is the key focus area that is required. Okay. And there are other frameworks like Kanban and all, but we are not going to. That is a different services related. But project like software project development, we use the sprint style, which is Scrum. And yes, tools like Jira, these are project management tools. Jira and Confluence comes under that project management tools.
So, Jasmine, as DP rightly said, understanding the environment is important. As a business analyst, you should understand how you're going to operate, the ways of working. You know that the requirements needs to be split into 2 weeks of fine-tuned small slices so that the team can complete within the 2 weeks. So you need to wear close to a product owner hat. Jasmine, you already worked as a Scrum Master and RTE. So this is the kind of role we are talking about. Yeah.
Okay, I was just trying to understand from the
Yeah.
Agile.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, your role is currently, Scrum Master, or like kind of facilitating the meetings, like maybe, yes, the looking after the burn down charts or those things, right? So facilitating everyday stand-up calls and all, right? Yeah, this
Uh,
is, yes, maybe. Yeah, I'm listening, please.
yeah, go ahead. I think I understand where you're coming from.
Okay. Yeah.
Right,
Sure.
right.
So DP, can you, you
So,
can stop the
so
screen share and then somebody, please be careful with the scratches. If you stop the screen share and then again share, the red lines will go away. Yeah. GP, I think in the interest of time, before you jump into the new topic, let's give 10 minutes break for everyone just to take a break because we have another one more hour
yes,
class.
I'll start
Okay.
prompt engineering. Maybe don't miss that. That is the
Yeah. Yeah.
AI skill that we have introduced
Very,
in
very
very
important.
beginning
Yep.
is because that is a common layer across all these modules. Okay.
Yes. Very important. Right. You want to start a timer, GP? Screen share and then a timer, 10-minute timer, please. You can open Google and then just 10 minutes. Yep. All good, team. I'm just pausing the recording in the, like, we don't want to record any waste.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Team, welcome back, team. Please, again, it's audible first of all, and I'm sharing the screen. Are you able to?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, great. Good, sir. Like, before just getting into the, like, using the tools, let's understand. AI is real. That, okay, back maybe year back or 2 years back, we don't know. Like, is it really producing the predictable outcome? We don't know. But there are a lot of competitors nowadays. That's many tools are there. Today, just I opened, I can showcase that. Yes, today AI is real. It's working. Okay, maybe they are fine-tuned it. Okay, it's working. And I'm not going into the history of the AI, how it is evolved, but AI is not new. Okay, because I read a lot of books. Even it was a subject back in the days, also in the 90s. We have a subject, data mining. Maybe I don't know how many of you heard of this subject, data mining. Okay, it was a part of. But today the same thing is happening. The based on the data only, why data is real today? Uh, because AI runs on the data. We accumulated a lot of data on the web today, with which we the AI is working. That's it. Okay, and the model got trained with the lot of data available across the globe. Okay, I'm not going into the history of AI, but there is a huge history from 1960s. Okay, they started investments. IBM, come up with a blue because it beat the even chess guy, right? So those are the days. But today it becomes more democratized. It is available to everybody in terms of Gen AI. Please, because there are branches, there are different branches in AI, vision, and a lot of other things. But we are talking about today. It's a ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, or Gemini. These are the models or LLMs, large language models, which works like generative AI. If you want to generate text, yes, it can. If you want to generate image, yes, it can. If you want to generate tables, yes, it can generate videos. It can generate audio. These are all the generation, right? So generating things, anything which if you want to generate, even requirements you can generate. If you want to generate BRD, yes. If you want to generate a market report, a market analysis and report, or if you want to learn something, an industry, yes, notebook LLM. So it's a great tool, notebook LLM. Maybe I've not opened, I'll open this is a very great tool I come across, because they are adding new features also. Okay, if you see the right side, let's say if you maybe it's free as of now, but limitations. All tools have limitations. Simply you upload any source or website or anything, you will see here. Even it generates a slide deck, slides also. It's a very latest improvement, and it generates a video also. Okay, how great it is. 5 minutes, and mind maps and flashcards, reports and everything, right? So infographics. This is from Google. Notebook LLM is a great tool for learning. Okay, learning. Let's say if you upload something, my notes. Just if I share the notes, upload the notes and ask questions here. Hey, it will generate few questions also. First of all, it generates based on the uploaded content. These are the possible questions, and it will write. Let's say SDLC. You can upload an SDLC content, and based on the content, it will summarize and ask you, hey, can you elaborate that Scrum framework, or can I elaborate that Jack something other frameworks, XP framework or something like that. See, so this is the great place to learn anything. Also, you can use generating something like X and videos, even mind maps. Mind map is the greatest tool to make us understand everything. Okay, if you put something in text here, and it will generate a mind map, the relationships. Okay, right. These are the tools. Let's come back and talk about the history of AI. Like, it is evolved, and today we have this notebook LLM or Grok or whatever it is, the tools. They are mostly like Gen AI. There are other AI like which we are not talking about, like vision, deep learning, and blah blah blah. Okay, this is Gen AI. We are making use of. We are not even developing anything. Okay. Next is the prompt. Prompt comes because we need to understand the autonomy of prompt. What is a prompt, first of all? Prompt is nothing but something, a set of instructions you can think of. Maybe what does it mean? Like, open this. Okay, it's already. Yeah, here it is. The prompt, let's say at a glance, like this is what the prompt you can think of. Right. Okay, let's understand prompt. This is your prompt, let's say. Your prompt. What is a prompt, first of all? Prompt is a set of instructions first. See, most of us, okay, we think it's a ChatGPT or all these works like Google search engine. Earlier we used to use Google's, right? We give the search keyword. Let's say what is something which is near to me, then it will list. Okay, just it's a data mining algorithm behind the scenes. But when we are handling with the ChatGPT, Grok, or Gemini and Claude, it doesn't work the way it work the data mining. This is a lot of React. When I say React, reasoning and act. Okay, Grok is very specific, reasoning and act. Maybe you heard of Grok, right? Which is from Elon Musk company X AI, which works like reasoning models. Okay, so how these models works? First of all, the prompt. If you clearly specify the prompt instructions, and the outcome is going to be, okay, clear outcome. Otherwise, vague prompt and vague results will be. Okay, this is what we don't want. Okay, vague prompt looks like how the vague prompt looks like that something. Hey, generate a website. This is a vague prompt, or generate a BRD. It's a vague prompt. Okay, this is, it won't work. Okay, generate, but the verbatim, like whatever the outcome which generates is maybe confused. Maybe we should be able to review. Okay, that's what the output. If you want an output that should be predictable and clear, we should be able to you know generate prompts, tune prompts, or engineer the prompts like in a structured way. Okay, what is the role, what is the task, what is the outcome, how it should look like. We have some guidelines how to do this prompt engineering. Okay, no, this is the gap. If you do the prompt, first of all, how to build the prompt and the output is clear. Okay, maybe it won't work like our search engine. How to do that, first of all? This is the just maybe you can think of building blocks or framework. Okay, what are the building blocks you should be able to understand here is, first of all, context. Okay, first of all, context is very important. What is context? Is that, we should be able to give something a context that, hey, I'm working on a BRD, or doing a research or something. We should be able to give the, like okay, context. First we should be able to tell the context. What is the context? Set the sense, seeing that the situation, who are you, what is the situation. Let's say you are a senior business analyst and help me this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say I'm showing you the example prompt here. I told you yesterday we have set of prompts, right? So these are the prompt template. Let's say example, hey, you're an expert business analyst. A stakeholder has given you a vague requirements like mobile application should work well, let's say. Okay, And this is an example. Let's say copy. And I'll give it to one of the models. You are an expert business analyst. This is the prompt, and paste here. App should work well, because it's a vague requirement. Let's see what it returns. Okay, and see this. I'm clearly saying that what I want. Okay, and vague requirement. Just only one requirement. We'll see that. It is thinking who, what, and how much by when, right? So say this. To end users, customers and internal staffs who will interact with app daily. Okay. This is the prompt which helps us to ask questions, like, generate questions. So if you come back, how to, like, this is what we are talking about, how to frame this. First of all, we should be able to set that something, what the situation. Am I clarifying requirement, or what? Am I building the, like, in a website, or am in a planning something? What is very, very important in the context. And the second thing is clarity. Be specific and avoid ambiguity. See this. This is the same thing which we have kept talking about. Reduce the uncertainty. Reduce the uncertainty. This is what all the time we are talking about. Okay. You are a business analyst. So here it is, the clarity is the important. Be specific that what we want, because LLMs won't work that just the vague requirements. Even as a BA, how we should be very clear the requirements, right? So vague requirements are not valuable. So specific requirements. Anyway, we are going to learn that, like, how to write the requirements very specific in the next step. But here is also LLMs works. This is like, a kind of a guy who is supporting us. But what is your requirement should be clear. Clarity is important. Okay. Use direct verbs. Okay, we can show that, like, and constraints. Define the boundaries, length, format, style. Let's say example is that I wanted to generate a book which is 500 pages and thousands of words, but that is a constraint. It won't work like that. Okay, define boundaries. What is the scope? We should be able to break it down, the constraints and lengths and formats as type. Let's say if you ask something here, generate the same in the word format. Let's say output should be in the word format. Okay, if you give this prompt, output should be in a word format. Sometimes it generates and sometimes it won't generate. There is limitations. LLMs have limitations. That's what human is, should be able to engineer these prompts, structure these prompts, or you can think of structure these instructions. Okay, next, define boundaries, lengths, and criteria. Quality standards. What does good look like? Okay, what does it good look like? That's something we should be able to give the some criterias. Criteria means something greater than, less than, some evaluation criteria you should be able to give. And call to action. What is the exact output you are looking for? Is it a .md file, markup file, or a word file, or a diagram, or what? We should be able. So please remember these things, like context, clarity, and constraints, and criteria, and call to action. ADP, what if that if I don't give all these things? It works. It works, it generates, but it's a vague output, I think. So it's not useful. End of the day, useful results, because it's not something, it's a search engine like a Google or Bing. It is the LLM which generates, but only what your requirement should be clear. When I say a requirement, means your prompt should be clear. I always come up with this. Prompt and requirements are same. Prompt and requirements are same. Okay, you should be able to write the prompts the way we write the requirements. Okay, how do we do that? Let's come back this, yeah, here it is. Next is, this is something which the, how you can create the context. Let's create a personal portfolio website for a freelance graphic designer, include a hero and with name, tagline, about me section. See this, and this is an example of this applying these key sections. Okay, context, clarity, constraint, and call to action. And see this, context is this, a personal website. Okay, and this is very clear that. And next is freelance graphic designer, include a hero section, because first section, header section or a banner section is a hero section with the name and tagline, some tagline, and about me section with bio placeholder, and a placeholder, a portfolio grid also is required. This is requirement, right? So some features you are giving the features. Okay, and six project thumbnails and a contact form with name, email, message. And these are the small requirements in the contact form, right? This is one module. Contact form is a module. Again, we are telling contact form is a module with these specific fields are required. Okay, and about me is one module. Again, this is a kind of a section with the what this placeholder, this section is required. A portfolio grid showing, this is a, again one more module showing 6 projects, something like that. It's the same way how we think like a requirements, the same way we should be able to build the context and the clarity and call to action. And constraints like use a modern minimalistic design with color palette. This is what, specific constraints, because mobile first, mobile first or something, kind of, technical, few technical things also we can add here as a constraints. Use modern minimalistic design with a color palette of any blue or some colors and white. Make it responsive. This is what I'm talking about. Mobile first approach, responsive for mobile devices. This is the criteria. Okay, acceptance criteria you can think of. This is the criteria. So this is something, an example that how it works. Yeah, I'm going to share this PDF. Okay, for a theory sake. And prompts, anyway, we have a library that I'm going to share for a specific to the BA, right? And how they differentiate that, vague is something like this. Okay, make me a website, as we have already know, but it won't produce the results good. And create a personal portfolio website, freelance graphic. This is what something how you should be able to, right? Next thing is, there are 3 types of prompts. Please write it down, 3 types. Okay, there are other tuning things also there, but I'm not going for all of that. But whatever we need for a basic prompt engineering skills, that is what we want to. First is few shot prompting. What is few shots prompting? Okay, so just show, don't just tell, use pattern matching, just like this, the instruction, the examples, and the task. These are the 3 blocks when we are providing an example. Because yesterday somebody asked, like, what is the cost of using this model? Yes, there is a cost and limitation and cost because of the tokens. What is the token? Token is something which is technically, internally it uses tokens, because whatever the terms are, the English which we are writing, the nature language, it is already has the training that, okay, what is the predictable next word? That is a prediction model. All these are deep learning prediction models, please. Okay, that is a completely different science. Deep learning prediction models. Architectures are differently. Attention models and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that is technology. So how they work based on the prompt. How much size the prompt should be. Okay, and how much result should be able to output. Based on the cost is also will be there. Okay, free tools, like if you use something, maybe Lakshmi has something, a license, and I have a cloud license, but they are dollars cost, right? So yesterday also I showcased some cloud license used in VS Code. So here the tools that we have, you can use for free. That these tools, like now we have used the Grok. Grok is one of the tool. Okay, I'm used the Grok. I use most of the time I use the grok. But you know, compared with others, maybe this is more of a reasoning models. Okay, and let me hide this. And the next is ChatGPT. Everybody knows it, the ChatGPT. And other is Gemini, gemini.google.com. This is maybe a few of you or most of you know this. And Claude, everybody knows it. And this is for learning notebook LLM. This is where just it is more of knowledge enhancements we can do. So which tool I should be able to use? It depends. Claude can be used for code, anything which we are generating code. Okay, this is best. And dashboarding and analysis. These are the three tasks. This is the haiku. This is the opus. Okay, this is opus 4.7 is the latest, and is rock. It rocks like anything. Okay, so opus 4.7, sonnet is for coding. So we should be able to use these models for different purposes. Okay, please understand when we are using these tools. These are free tools, just but limitations. In order to make use of the complete, then we need to buy it. Okay. End of the day, one common thing is prompt is required. How do we build the prompt? That's what we are talking about this, right? Here, advanced tools like few shot prompting with examples. We should be able to give the examples like few shots. Okay. And I show you the prompt also. One prompt, I will explain the prompt. And advanced, another technique is that role-based prompting. Role-based prompting. As a senior business analyst, because we are specifying the role. We are not, let's say, vague prompts don't have a role. If you specify the role, okay, it will pick the model accordingly. Or maybe I don't know the too much mechanics behind the scene, but if the instructions given below the role act as a business analyst and generate this blah 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 and constraints like this, then it acts like an experienced UX design. Okay, maybe internally there is a different agents built for different tasks. Okay, that is a different story. That's project management. There is a different orchestration. For business analysis, there is an orchestration. Research, there is an orchestration. Maybe. Okay, but this is what I've attended other workshops also for prompt engineering earlier in the very beginning. Then assign a role forces the model to adopt specific critical length rather than giving a generic summary. That's it. Okay. Always remember, as a business analyst, okay, act as a business analyst. You are a senior business analyst. Help me, blah, 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 blah. Generate a BRD with this. Okay. And this will help role-based prompting. Typically, second prompting is all about role-based, and first prompting is few shots prompting where examples is the key. Okay. You can ask me, hey, can I mix all this? Yes. Without mix, you can use it. With mix, you can use it. But how effective you are using the prompts is the key here. Okay. Next is, this is chain of thought. Like this is what I need to build a budget tracking app. Let's break down the step by step and list the core features first. Yesterday I showcased. Now just the same thing I will showcase. List the core features. Prioritize from must to nice to have. This is called prioritization. Like maybe it uses a mask code technique, what technique inside, but it is going to use, and suggest a simple user interface layout and generate HTML and the critical instruction. Take one step at a time and wait for the feedback for each tool. Okay, this is typically we call it as planning mode. Please write it down if required. This is what chain of thought means, a planning mode. Okay. The planning mode means something, it generates nothing. Just first, actually, it will ask questions. It will ask questions. It will ask questions. Okay. Then only it will be generated. Once we give the approve. Okay. This is always I prefer that plan mode. This is helpful for a B. Okay, this is helpful for B. Let's say bring up a prompt I can show you. Maybe you can open and these tools you can try this. Whatever I'm doing it, I'll share this prompt with you. Let's say this prompt library is there. Okay, this is BRD generation. Let's say define business requirements. I'm picking it up this. See this, if you want to analyze a BRD, how do you analyze? Simply you can copy and paste. This is what some chain of thought like planning mode. Okay. And I'm going to share with you if you can practice with me. Yes, it helps. This is a simple prompt I'm sharing with all of you. Make use of this. Okay.
So team, please open
And
your
open.
Google. Sorry, go ahead, CP. Sorry.
Yep. Is it visible now?
Yeah, it is visible. No, I was just encouraging everyone to open Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini. Okay. Now, whatever the model, okay. If you're, yeah, something starting. Okay, this is just a prompt. Okay, maybe yes. This is like we shared the Gemini.google.com, or maybe let's I'll share one more prompt. If you don't have a BRD, if you don't have a BRD, just this is another prompt I'm going to share now. Okay, I'm going to share another prompt. Help me. Okay, this is what you're a business analyst. Help me. This is to generate BRD. Please make use of this. Okay, I'm using the same thing. Copy, maybe as suggested. Use this. Link is pasted in the chat. Okay, go by this Google Gemini.google.com. Whatever it is you are interested. I use the same, and I can close this window. See this. Build, describe a project in 3 to 2 sentences. Okay, like the CRM. Okay, like simple CRM. What is CRM? Customer relationship management, where the lead will be tracked. Okay, to track leads and contacts. Leads, contacts, and deals. Let's say 3 modules. Let's say. Okay, describe my project in just simple. Okay, you can this. You can add role also like this. Okay. So 4 user roles and permissions, and ask questions one section at a time. Is it a few shots or chain of thought? This is a chain of thought, right? And maybe these are models, different models are there. Okay, this is standard, extended, complex problem solving, best of most questions, right? And maybe I don't know the plan works because these are slash comments. Typically, we call it as slash comments. So this slash comment supports by this Gemini, I don't know, but Claude supports slash comments. Okay, even I can show the same thing in a different uh, a tool. Okay, Claude, which is a licensed tool. But I'm using here is a free tool where you can use a Gemini. And let's use this slash command. I don't know how it works in the Gemini, but yes, enter this. And you can make use of ChatGPT or Claude also. Yes. Say this, I can absolutely help you map this out. Building a tailored CRM is all about getting the foundation right, support your workflow without adding unnecessary friction. As a senior business analyst, I'll guide you to do the section by section. Let me start with the user roles and permissions, because this is the key. Always a business analyst starts with asking who are the users first of any application, and what is their roles and the privileges. These are the three very powerful questions. Even when you are analyzing very beginning stakeholders, who are the stakeholders? CEO, CFO, or what? Users means who? Users means which specific role is very, very important. See, here it is also started because we have clearly guided the intersection is user roles informations and few features and workflows and rules, constraints, and the integration requirements, because API related requirements, payment gateway related requirements, or notification requirements, right? So this is a BA related specific prompt to generate a BRD, right? Hey, as a senior business analyst, I'll guide you. Okay, here is a few clarifying questions to help us define the sections. Who are the primary roles? This is a planning mode, right? So, because in order to generate the BRD, first we should be able to know who are your primary roles: sales reps, sales managers, system admins, or perhaps external partners, or something like that, right? So, I wanted to give this as first uh, business development manager and executive. Okay, this is roles I'm giving. And the second thing is that shift enter. Maybe if you want to move to the next level, shift enter. Okay, who are your primary roles? What about the data visibility boundary? Should sales rep see, this is what privileges. It is asking for privileges. Should sales reps only see the leads, contacts? Okay, I'm giving the response, right? So, uh, business BDM, okay, manager, maybe, okay, BDM. I don't know actually if you can interact with real, the one who is facing CRM issue, right? The business, you should be able to talk to them, interviews, workshops, and something like that. See here, even I can give this, like, create lead and blah 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 blah. But still, I don't have a clarity here with this client that who does what actually as of now. That's what we are figuring it out. Even customer also doesn't know as of now. Okay. See here, BDM. Okay. This is create leads or upload leads. Okay. And this contacts and deals. You can follow the same. Okay. Maybe if you are using ChatGPT, if you are using Claude, or some DeepSeek or whatever it is, maybe the questions might be just slightly different. Okay, but follow one standard. But DP is the same questions asked, whatever the questions it is asked you, is it the same questions asked to you? No, because that's we don't know. Okay, it is unpredictable. That's what the LLMs issue with this web tools. Okay, that's the reason context is important. What is that? Context engineering. Today we are calling it is one more discipline coming up actually. Context engineering. Okay, today software development is coming under context engineering. That is a modern software development life cycle. Context engineering means these, whatever the context, that what questions it is asked, everything will be documented, because where it is documenting all these questions, open questions, and the answers that which we are giving in the web, like this web interface. No, that's the okay, a problem here with the web interfaces. So there is a solution, we will talk about that. Okay. And next is, what is the other question it is asking? Are the specific restrictions example should manager admin allows to be, okay, there one more role, admin manages, admin role, just admin role, and admin manages, okay, users, roles, and this is a standard actually wherever you go this, okay. Typically any application admin will be there, one admin module will be there. There the admin will be create users, manage, create, edit, update users, okay. CRUD operations typically, okay. I can use maybe CRUD means what? Create, retrieve, update, delete records. Next is, are the specific restrictions example should only managers or admins be allowed to delete or yes, see this, yes, yes, like, okay. Third answer is yes, BDM or, and yes, or be allowed to delete, okay, leads, okay, users, roles, and see this BDM admin be allowed to, okay, manage users, roles, but not deals and export data. BDM allows, be allowed. This is a constraint. B, okay, I'm writing the requirements, right? So clarity is important because we are, the goal is to generate a BRD, okay? But it is like, I'm working like something and a client for it, for this B, because it's a, the agent now, I'm talking to Gemini. Gemini is acting like a business analyst. I'm acting like a product owner or a client, right? Agree? All of you? This is, it helps you to practice the elicitation. Okay, earlier we don't have tools like this. This is what something a boon. This is a elicitation happening between a customer, like, you act like a customer. Let's say you're a business analyst for sure, but it is asking you like a customer, right? Now, if you don't have an answers all these things, what do you do? This is my question to you, all of you, as a business analyst, that if you want to get in, now you don't have any answers, but I'm giving something rough orders because I've already interacting with these guys. So now that is the reason I come across these few things now. That is there fresh in my mind. That's what I'm putting it here. Maybe what do you do if you I don't know this domain knowledge, CRM, BRD, BDM, and this executives. That's what we need to connect with them. Workshop. That's what I did. I don't know this how it works, their process. Based on which only I'm giving this data here. Whatever the open questions, these are the open questions, clarification questions asking by the LLM. The LLM is a now business analyst. It is acting like a business analyst. I'm acting like a client. I'm giving, but in real time, you are a business analyst. You can leverage this and go back to the customer and ask these questions back, same questions, whatever it is asking, you can give the same questions back to them.
Sorry,
Okay.
Didi, can you please show the first prompt? What did you write? The first
Okay, I've already shared in the group. Okay, this is plan. You are a senior business analyst. I want to build a simple CRM to track the leads, contacts, and deals. These are the three modules. Gotcha. And I forget the user management roles and privileges. See this, but the question comes like, hey, what is the other roles? Then I bring into my mind that actually admin is also one of the module. Gotcha. So these are the common, very primitive BRD sections that required. Okay. User roles and permission matrix is the key. If you are building a mobile application or web application or any application, role-based access rights, RBAC, typically we call this in technology, RBAC, role-based access matrix. Okay, that I can clear that. I can add that even if I know that too much technology, I can add that also. But I've simplified this for a novice business analyst. User roles and permissions, core features and workflows, and business rules and constraints, and integration requirements. Anything which you wanted to integrate with Outlook. Whenever there is a lead come to the Outlook, it should be inserted into your CRM. Maybe in the first phase, maybe projects will be developed in phase wise, right? Typical small phases. Okay, right? So this is the basic. Yeah, here it is the prompt. It is already shared in your chat box. Maybe you can use them. You can make use of this. Okay. Hello, is it
Yeah,
chain of
thank
thought?
you. Yes.
Right. Chain of thought. Right. So admin be allowed. Okay, this is maybe, yeah, 3.1. Okay, this is concise and be structured like this. 3.2. The same way how I write the requirements. Let's wait. Admin Business Development Manager BDM. Got it. So we have a tight focused team structure where BDM acts as an operational powerhouse handling the data because he's a steward. Steward means maybe he will attend the big events and he will buy some database customers database from FTI. Maybe I don't know where they're going to buy the data and all, and they are the main powerhouse of handling data and deal flow. While the admin keeps the engine running securely behind the scenes. That's what something IT side. And here is the quick summary of your user roles and permissions requirement. Summary is that user roles and permissions, role defined admin, business analyst, and BDM scope is this. Scope is the very important term in every BRD because the goal is what here we wanted to generate a BRD. Earlier, actually, the first prompt I gave you the analyze the BRD, right? So that is a different prompt. If you have an existing BRD, that prompt works. I'm going to share you that also. But this is assume that we don't have a BRD. Okay, this is the prompt. Roles defined, admin scope, BDM scope. See this two roles scope is full management of user roles and system principles, permissions like curl capabilities. And BDM scope is full operational ownership of responsible creating, uploading leads and contacts, managing the entire deals workflow, progressive something, possesses exclusive rights to delete records and export. So this is next section is core features and workflows. Since we are tracking leads, contacts, and deals, it's an operation side. Okay. We wanted to make sure the data flows naturally from a fresh and closed piece of business. What defines your lead lifecycle? See this. And what are the deal pipeline stages? And what data points are critical for each? This is just like, as I mentioned that it is acting like a business analyst role. I'm acting like a customer now. So in real, maybe do I have these answers as of now? Maybe no. What defines your lead life cycle? Let's say maybe upload a file to answer this. Assume that I'm referring. Okay. Okay, this is a lead process I'm uploading. Where did I get this lead process? This is what just now I'm creating this lead process, right? So how the leads created, how the deal created, how the lead updated, and this is I've learned something from the business, and the same is being uploaded here. I'll ask the Gemini. Maybe I've now not used the Gemini right there. I'm using here. Refer the file reference. Okay. Okay. Lead. Okay. Contacts. Contact. And deals workflow. extract, and analyze. Let me check whether this has this capability of extracting an image. And yes, this is the process map. Somebody asked, like, BPM, business process management, business process management, business process map, swim lane diagrams, cross-functional diagrams. All these comes under business process modeling. Okay, business process analysis. If you know the skill like how to analyze the business process, that what I did here, okay, the same is given input. Yeah, this process maps gives us a clear logical architecture of how leads. See this. So we are giving the inputs one by one, right? So based on my analysis of your diagram, here is how the data structures and process states map directly your CRM requirements. What is data structure? Database related stuff. And state means what? Like, stages of each stage of the lead. State machine. Typically in technology, we call it as state machines or something. Okay, state maps directly to CRM requirements. See, here it is a lead lifecycle. What form triggers? The workflow begins with multi-channel inquiry that routes to CRM. Okay, initiated the lead lifecycle. Create lead, trigger via the create lead form. See this, this is where the design comes into the picture, markup comes into the picture. Once submitted, the status update, new feature created, lead tracking, follow. Okay, this is create task follow form, log interactions, all the schedule, subsequent touch points. This is again an open question. Okay, this is the how the lead is going to be qualified. What are the tasks? Like, do they conduct meetings? Do they conduct schedules? Do they schedule means meeting schedules? And do they send emails or do they send SMS or WhatsApp? What is that like activity? The tasks or an activity that will be conducted to convert this lead into a deal. End of the day, the goal is the business wants to achieve is that to track track all the leads and converting them into deals. Deal is nothing but something which is prospect. Hope you understand. So the main business director, business owner is facing the problem with how many leads created, how many activities, how many emails sent, how many interactions made, have we reached them or not? When we reached, how much time does it take to reach him? This is what always a director level, CFO level, CIO level, they COO, Chief Operating Officer level, they always look for this kind of information, reporting or a dashboard. Because he's facing 40 people are there, business executives, business development executives are there, 2 managers are there, 2 to 3 managers. But still, he doesn't have any visibility that which orders are there in place, how many are that in progress, how many are there in the lead cycle pipeline. All these the director is missing. That's the biggest problem which we are solving. Let's say assume that we are solving a problem where we are generating a BRD for this. See, so inquiry qualification task, and I gave this move to forward, blah blah blah. Lead conversion, contact company linking. Okay, see this lead conversion, contact company based on this small business process map. But BA must have this kind of a skill to create this kind of a model. You will learn this in modeling concepts, modeling module. Okay, company exists. Check if the company exists. If yes, if not, something. See this. This is what a diamond symbol it should look like. Okay, see this here. It's a diamond symbol. Verify the company. If company is the first time company, if it will create the company and create the something contact. If it is an existing company, it will add that contact to the existing company. See, the same is processing here. This is the power of AI, right? So in order to do this same kind of back and forth elicitation, it's difficult, right? Asking questions like this and understanding a flow diagram and defining the complete flow. This is part of your BRD. What business wants to achieve end of the day, right? Requirement summary, core features and workflow. See this modules, how beautiful lead management first and conversion engine. and deal pipeline. These are three modules. Typically, what is a module? Module is something set of unit of works, like maybe set of unit of works, like set of tasks, maybe you can call it as. Let's lead management is like new creating a new lead, tracking the lead, and qualifying the lead, and different stages of the lead. Okay, this is what comes under lead management. Conversion. So like an automated conversion mechanism that checks for an existing organization, create a new company, record if it's missing, and outputs a verified contact link to the company. Okay, this is a separate module it comes up with. But can we include the same conversion engine into the lead management? It is a trade-off. It is a decision trade-off. End of the day, we should be. That's what yesterday I also mentioned, that end of the day, decisions will be made by us, not the AI. Gen AI. Just now I talk about it only generates. LLMs are there. They billions spent by OpenAI, Anthropic. Okay, these companies, XAI, these companies, Google spend huge investments in develop these LLMs. Okay, but only to generate like this. But the decision is completely on us. So let's finalize core features and workflow section to make sure the capture deal aspects when it is finally born. Okay, officially born. So, but what I sense is here requirement summary, core features. But I see as a human, it's missing admin module, missing module in the requirements. Okay, requirement modules. Let's list. See, this is I'm making the decision here, right? So a decision means something which is missing. I'm consciously doing it, kind of in a section. And let's add it. Missing admin module in the requirements. Let's list. Okay, you're absolutely right. Yeah, because LLMs, we believe that LLMs are maybe in future our kids think that okay, LLMs is today also they are thinking Google, whatever YouTube and Google says that it is right for them, right? So sun rises in the west means that they are believing it, everything, right? So kids, because we are slowly our organic mind is losing slowly. But no, we should be able to have this augmentation. Okay, whatever the output generates, no, it is not right. Even see this Gemini AI and can make mistakes. See this, they are claiming here that it makes mistakes, hallucination, a lot of things will be there internally, the data, or it's because it makes mistakes because of our unconscious, because we are, or maybe whatever it is generating, we are copying and pasting it. No, just consciously we should be able to make. That's where the human is required, especially like BA. Okay, maybe developers also comes to this kind of problem solving or this kind of requirements management side. Yes, they need to switch for sure. They need to adapt the skills, because if you have these questions clarified, see this admin module, core features, user management, and interface to invite users, update user, invite users or create users, update user profiles and deactivate user accounts, role-based access, a permission panel where admin can configure BDM and executors can edit, delete, ensuring okay, system audit logs and read-only logs for something. Is it true or should I make some changes? It's completely discrete thing. Discretion is you. You means, let's say if you are playing a business analyst, you're maybe the prompt engineered as a business analyst, right? We have started as a business analyst. Help me creating a BRD with blah, 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 blah. And these are the constraints. This is the output. This is the thought of chain of thought, like step by step planning. Now we are planning. Once revise the requirements, right? So always the requirements will be revised based on the open questions closed. Okay, now we are closing one by one. to wrap this up core features workflow sections completely. And okay, when is a deal created? It is automatically generated. Okay, fine. Let's. This is not the planning actually. This is maybe this is execute. Okay, fine. Let's generate the BRD. And just now we learned the output should be, right? So something I should be, hey, the output should be mentioned, it should be mentioned an output, right? So what is the output you need like this? Okay, what is the criteria it should be able to? Maybe I don't know the capability of Gemini. Should it generate BRD output, okay, format in PDF output. Okay, let's. Because we can do a lot of analysis here and we can make changes, because I don't like here this, the admin module, the invite is not the actual create. Directly admin can create the user. Admin can create the user directly. Okay. So, but here it is saying invite, but I disagree with this requirement, and I may ask a change for make a change for invite instead creating a user. Okay. See, your PDF is ready. Like I have analyzed your process map, integrated your core requirements, including the missing admin module, structured the data rules, and generated beautifully polished business requirements document for your simple CRM. Okay. What is included? Summary, blah blah blah, blah. But it takes weeks in order to generate. Let's see. Simple BRD document. Hey guys, can you do this after training, after taking training, after maybe 5 weeks training or 6 weeks training? After dedicatedly, if you practice religiously this as a business analysis, in order to produce this kind of an artifact, somebody asked what is a BRD, right? This is the BRD. This is an artifact which is generated version 1, V1.0, version 1. And see this versioning was also maintained. Who generated and something, okay, name and document control and user rules and permissions, core modules, features, okay, standard core workflow, and detailed creation. See, the project is all about CRM, customer relationship management. Maybe the question may be in your mind, what is CRM? What is ERP? CRM is nothing but customer relationship management applications. And ERP means enterprise resource planning. They are very popular. SAP is popular, right, in ERPs. CRM, Salesforce, Joho in India, Joho, Salesforce is HubSpot. These are very popular tools for CRM tools. But the company which we are currently working, they don't want to use those tools. They wanted to develop a customized software development, customized software. Okay, for that reason we have developed this. Okay, any questions here? Would you generate the same thing? The same, but it is discreting. Like discretion is used, that what requirements you should be able to. Simple CRM system architecture,
Hi,
corporate
DP.
sales, and yeah, please go ahead.
Uh, can you add one prompt to the same thing? I think BRD is created because I know it's like Similian diagrams excited, just like we have getting. Can we have an as is to be process flow along with the gap analysis? Can you add? Can be added in in this document as is process
Yes,
flow
gap
to be.
analysis. See, strategic side, gap analysis, where the gap analysis comes. Okay, let's say maybe my audience, I don't know that you all come from a pressure or mid-level, but gap analysis is the states between the as is and the future state, right? Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
As is means what? Something which is current condition, right? So let's say this is what some current business process
Yeah,
flow.
because yeah,
Yeah,
DP, because whatever process flow which you have, because I have been into IT industry, because I've been doing as a 2B admin since long. I've been to SAP thing also.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like this process flow, yeah, this is a swim lane diagram. So like we
Not
know,
swim
we
lane
have,
as of now. It's just a process. Swim lane
yeah,
actually
just
next level. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
So like in this we have a create lead and then a lead tracking. So but who creates lead? Like is it like
Yes,
BDM and then who leads? Then who, we
yes.
are I'm
Who
not a
does what is missing?
concerned user for this
I think
activity.
he's
Like
asking for AC metrics.
Yeah, RACI is for stakeholders management. That's we are coming actually next. The stakeholders analysis. Okay, that is pending with us. Okay, that is different. Okay, here
yeah,
in the business flow, BP business process analysis. Now we are doing how business going to achieve creating a new deals or new contacts or conversions, right?
yeah.
This
So
is
this is
what
the current
first
as is
principle.
process flow. So this is the current as is.
Yeah, as is or a to be. How do I define this?
Yeah,
This is a good question. That
yeah,
how do I know it? Like yes, you work
yeah,
with SAP or something like that, right? So is it the
uh,
system flow or a business flow? Business flow is nothing but an as is. System flow that
yeah,
envision something a CRM system we are envisioning, right? This is to
yeah,
be.
yeah,
I can show you that the existing business flow is also there. That is an as is actually. I can show you that maybe it is there in the downloads or not. But yes, this is the to be state of the coming up software application. Okay, is it clear?
okay.
But the
Yeah,
thing
yeah, I got
is
it.
here is as you rightly pointed out that who does what is missing. I agree.
Yes,
That is what pending work. Okay, this is
yeah,
not completed. I told you that, right? So,
yeah,
who
yeah,
does what comes in a cross-functional flow diagram? This is what something I'll add later, something attaching. Hey, then this is a BDM, okay, BDM
yeah,
function kind of, and another is executive. Got you?
yeah, yeah,
Operations. All the operations will be breakdown like this, and I'll put it this who creates the lead. I'll make it something I'll move this, and where it triggers maybe this is okay executive or a manager who can create the lead or whatever it is, and it will be assigned to the executive sorry associate level, and the story goes on. Yes or no? But
yeah, yeah. Agreed,
if
agreed.
you have this level of clarity, and your requirements will be more clear. Yes, yes or no?
Yeah, yeah, agree, agree,
Yes,
I
if you
agree with
upload
you.
the to be state for this is a to be state for sure. Okay, I've uploaded, but incomplete for an example state, right? So, and we are a planning state now. We are a planning state. The same thing I can show you. The same thing I can show you. Okay, you ask something cost benefit. No, no. You ask something a gap analysis, right? So gap is that yes,
No,
we can definitely
DP.
carry
I
out.
think we are
What
getting
is
a
it?
sorry to cut in between. What I am saying, can you do a prompt engineering on this Gemini? Can you like as is and to be process flow along with in the same Gemini?
Manish, we will be covering in the future classes. Let us not jump into too many things. Let us
Yes.
continue
Okay, okay,
like
all
what
good,
has
sir.
been committed,
Yeah.
Manish, because the
Okay.
gap analysis, risk analysis, everything is in the future class. But doing all these things on the day one, it will confuse lot others as well, and it will disturb the
Okay,
connectivity.
I got it, sir. I got
Thanks,
it, sir.
thanks,
Yeah,
Manish.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, DP, let's
It's a
continue.
more of a strategic side. Yes, maybe yes. That is yes. Gap analysis is between two states. We can generate event diagrams also. We can show you that in process model, how to do the process analysis, process modeling. Okay, definitely we can use. Um, right. Hope you are clear this. Okay, I've downloaded it. I have another prompt. Maybe that is I thought of the first prompt that not this one. Yeah, here it is a BA prompt. Now let's say this is what something I wanted to attach. You are a senior business analyst. Again, this is one more prompt. I use a different tool. Here it is. Let's new window. I have a plot. This is a VS code I'm using. Okay, maybe I'll, I'll upload here. Okay, upload from the computer. And this is where I've downloaded. You can do with the same web interfaces also possible, but I'm showing you that something with other tool. Okay. Okay. Hope this is the file maybe. And I can change to plan mode. Here it is. You don't see this plan mode in the web interfaces. This we can see in the extensions of a Visual Studio Code. Okay, let's put it here. I've uploaded it and I'll paste this. Now this is another prompt for other scenario. What is other scenario? That you have already having an existing BRD. You try to analyze. You are a senior business analyst receiving a business requirements document. I've engineered this prompt, structured this prompt to analyze, read the attached BRD and analyze thoroughly for each and present your analysis in the report like this with open questions like clarifications needed in case you found any ambiguity, conflicts or something like that. Okay, the same generated one BRD generated by Gemini, and I'm using a clock to generate the clarifications, missing clarifications with third type of prompt. What is the third type of prompt in the prompt engineering? We are learning prompt engineering, right? So the third type of prompt is chain of thought. Okay, in the chain of thought, I put the plan mode. Okay, and given this CRM BRD document for each, all the time ask me that. Okay, and present me an analysis in the end. So we'll see what model it is going to use. Let's check that. What model it's going to use is Opus. Opus only. It's the latest one, which is a very powerful one. Okay. It takes time and you can do the same thing. I'll share the prompt. Okay. I'll share the prompt. The same prompt. Maybe if you have already generated a BRD, if you're following me, if you generated a BRD, you can use the same prompt. Maybe I'm pasting it here in the chart window for your reference. Anyway, we are going to share in the disk. Okay, you don't need to worry. This is, and use something maybe grok. Okay, you can give the same prompt. Maybe you don't have an access to this cloud license and the Visual Studio extension. Therefore, you can use something a grok where you can make use of the prompt which I have created and upload the document like this. I can show you that.
DP, can we please share this the prompt and everything? You can share whole that sheet, I think, in the chat from now.
Yes.
Can we
Yeah,
do
I've
that?
already shared, right? Already
We
shared?
will also upload in the Google Drive as well.
Yes, we will upload this to prompts for
It's
sure.
not the
Okay, this
BRD,
is it.
but
That's part of
the sheet you are working on. You were working on the sheet where we create BRD, so that then we will have like
it.
clear idea, over vision.
Okay. Got you. And what you're asking is that can you upload the document which is already generated? Is it?
The document, it's not worry about the document, but the sheet you were working on and on Google Gemini. So you can just click on the share and we can just get the link of that document. Not the document, the whole sheet.
Okay.
Usually
This
it's
is
in the
what
chat GPT. Yeah, share
ChatGPT
conversion.
or
Yeah, share
Yes,
conversion. Yeah,
this
this
is
is
what you
what.
are asking.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thanks. I
maybe it's
appreciate.
a public now. Okay, this is what you are asking for. Okay, you want to share something, a chat conversation, right? So context of it. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Asked. Uh, and here it is, right? You are looking for. Yeah. Maybe you guys also open the same. That works for you. Okay, shall we proceed? That okay. Let's come back and see this. What is asking? See this here. Okay. Um, here it is asking output format and depth. How should I deliver a BA analysis? Markdown? Yes, Markdown or direct diagram files? No. Let's first proceed with exhaustive. Uh, Focus on gaps only. Just now we asked like what is the gaps? Skip restating with the BRD already says clearly document only. Ambiguities, missing requirements and risks. Okay, let's. This is the advantage of plan mode because it doesn't generate any document as of now for the context. Okay, see submit answer. Now it is maybe doing a lot of tasks internally. It will save it in the same root folder, maybe week day one root folder, and based on which the open clarifications, the ambiguities, the conflicts, whatever it is, it will come up with open-ended questions like clarification needed. Okay, based on its analysis, because it's supposed to carried out by us as a business analyst. But now we are leveraging the AI of 10x. Okay, therefore it is doing it. Now maybe it takes time, and by the time, okay, see this, it is asking yes and auto accept. Now say this, we are using some name that for already logged in name, whatever the name, which we have used for this cloud license, their company. And maybe it will generate a MD file here in the location. You have a control to that particular file on your disk. And what is the advantage of generating a document and supposed to be with your local drive is that it will help to design the non-functional requirements followed by this. Because understand guys, like non-functional requirements are the key to the next logical step, that is design architecture. Without non-functional, I never see a project which is successful without a quality attributes of the project. What are those quality attributes of application, software application or a product? Are like performance, availability, okay, the performance means speed, the backup, and in case if it is something happen to the data or something breach happen and it should be able to up and running, okay, how it is going to be recovery mode. All these are comes under non-functional requirements. Okay, this we are just only talking about functional requirements only. Okay, but non-functional requirements is the next step. We are going to use non-functional requirements. Typically, this is the question again comes to the functional business analyst. Who is responsible for non-functional requirements? Who are responsible for non-functional requirements? Typically, these are the inputs for the architect or a lead, tech lead is going to generate the non-functional requirements majority of time. Okay, but since you have a tech also, maybe they ask you to generate or create those NFRs also, or else if those NFRs also. Okay, NFRs is nothing but non-functional requirements. It's a quality attributes like performance is one example. And how many people, scalability, like how many people, let's say 1,000 people concurrently going to use the system or 100 people, or internal or a public cloud. These are all high level design related stuff. Okay, that is the next. Okay, anyway, we are going to see that. See, here it is created the BA analysis. I'll copy this, and maybe I use something online. Okay, MD viewer. Let's say this is Markdown Live review. Maybe I can copy and paste it. This is just we have generated. Also, we are doing a gap analysis here just now. Okay, simple CRM system, corporate sales, leads and lead tracker, document review, blah 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 blah. Okay, and next purpose and scope of the review is the gap focused on BRD1 conducted before the architecture begins. See this? Once this open clarifications are cleared only, it should be able to go to the next architecture. Why this is so important? Functional requirements and non-functional requirements are so important for architecture, for a design, because the architect will decide the style of the architecture. What style, what design pattern you should be able to pick. What is the structure? Okay, is it a modular monolith or microservices or vertical slicing? What is technical stack? Everything will be decided. What is the cost effectiveness? Architectural decisions will be made by him based on the functional and non-functional requirements. Hey guys, this is so important because are we following in the real world? Yes, okay, whatever the organization I'm supporting now, I'm working for. Yes, we have an architectural panel. Everything should go through the architectural decision records. Okay, no decision will be made just like that. Right. So therefore, this is just gaps only focused. Here, roles and permissions, this is the conflicts and gaps. We should be able to clarify this. Clarification needed. It means full system code directly conflicts with two other rules. Grants. Admin full system code cap. CRUD means something create, retrieve, update, and delete capabilities across user rules and structural logs. Let admin reassign outstanding records. Also say admin is excluded from routine daily sales operations task. Yes, admin is not part of. This is a clarification because let's say I'm maybe a client or a basic sense that I can say admin is not going to be the part of any operations, right? Typically, maybe an operations guy, maybe an admin. That is a different story if it is a small or mid-sized company. But who is going to administer or manage the whole system is the key. Is an IT operations? Don't know. Sometimes IT operations, IT operations, maybe DevOps people are going to manage this admin modules. Okay, so these are the clarifications that required. Okay, can an admin read, edit, delete operation records, leads, contacts, companies, leads or not? Why is matter? This defines entire RBAC. Just now we talked about role-based access matrix and whether the data model needs role-level ownership. See, how do I restrict the access privileges is a requirement, right? Now it is asking for clear which level we should be able to and enrich this, enforce the security. Security related question. This is a security related question. Okay. And who is the ownership clearly? And clarification. We assign outstanding records in terms of operations, sales operations, like leads related. Okay. Admin touches operational data. This is very clear. How to isolate the data? Architect mind will think that, oh, I should be separate the security database, security schema separate, and the operations like CRM operations completely separate. They are two different schemas. Or when I say schema, maybe isolating the data, in a different labels. Okay, so I'm not going one after another because there are 7 clarifications for a small BRD, just that is generated by even AI. Got you? And core entities and relationships, which is talking about, and workflows, which is talking about missing, and business rules, which is missing. How does it know this entities at business flows and business rules because we engineered the prompt such a way. What is a prompt? It's a you can refine that prompt also. Let's say already who is maybe know some prompt engineering already in IT or maybe something working with ERP or something. Okay. Yes, we can refine this whatever the way you want it. But as of now, the prompt is all about this. Just whatever the BRD that you have, let's review. Get this. And this is the prompt which is for what? Clarifications. If you solve these clarifications with the help of stakeholders, end of the day, where do I get these clarifications? That's what the BA is nothing but we have started with. BA is nothing but a bridge between what? The customer and the development teams. Before going to the development teams, your requirements should be cleared. Reduce uncertainty. Your job is to not write documentation, generating documentation. No, if you buy a license, it can generate anything, right? But it's to eliminate what stakeholders don't know. Okay, if you go with the same set of questions with all the stakeholders, definitely they will take a lot of time to clarify all these questions. All these questions takes a lot of time. Okay, because they don't have a clarity. Some technical questions are there, some business related questions are there here. Okay, so consolidated clarification register. This is prioritized, already prioritized P1, P2, P3. P1 is maybe critical ones which we should be able to address immediately in order to proceed to the next architecture. Maybe mid and low or something, P2, P3s we can do it later, but at least P1 should be addressed. Okay, why it blocks architecture? Define the entire matrix is required. Architect is not going to design a good system. Otherwise, it's a flaw, design flaw. Typically, we call it as architecture design flaw. Majority of systems, even if you look at the most recent case study in Big Bazaar and retail e-chain, what went wrong with them? Because of technology. So they try to adopt technology, but it's a wrong way they started. It's lost in the marketplace. Okay, so therefore the architecture is the key. How the good architecture comes into the picture, because BA should be there and you should be able to eliminate uncertainties. Okay, hope you understand. So this it takes a lot of time, right? Almost 43 missing edge cases, rules, workflows, and entity related things and role related questions, right? If you are a manual BA, okay, maybe you have an experience, 20 years or 15 years, or maybe you don't have a experience also. It is level field now, right? So in order to do the same exercise, it takes lot time for sure. Now it is 10x. Okay, this is the way we can leverage AI in business analysis. Okay, right. Any questions?
Interesting session.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
3 hours,
Oh yeah,
very close
almost.
to,
Yeah. So
and
what's
I thought
any
of like
hands-on assignment? Yeah, that was I was about to remind you that we can cover maybe the hands-on
and I come
assignment.
up with actually this batch actually. Uh, Lakshmi, that we are building this with the last batch, right? So
Correct,
this
correct.
is what how they got the class, and this time I come up with, if you're a BA, okay, we can play the game. Like I'll give maybe this is the questions, right? So these are the some requirements are. I'll share the requirements with all of you with the session code. Maybe I can show you a demo. Maybe next week we can do the same. Okay, this is an interesting game. Uh, there is a reflection actually. End of the day, you will learn a lesson end of the day, because lesson is all about that, right? So we are teaching you lessons, right? So what is the lesson? Oh, this is, we need to clarify the uncertainties first. Okay, right? First, hey, this is what like a CRM system, and these are the few requirements, right? And I'll send it all of you. Maybe we can do the same right now, but because of the time, we will be pushing this to the next week, and we start with building the business analysis skills, like how to analyze the stakeholders. Maybe racy matrix somebody talking about. Yes, we have all the prompts ready with us, for the racy matrix and all for the stakeholders requirements. Say this stakeholders analysis. Hope you understand this. Okay, basic matrix. But where this basic matrix comes, where this business communication plans comes in, where is this collaboration plans comes in, right? As a business analyst, this is the overlapping subject of a project manager. Okay, don't mix with the BA. BA is yes, hand in hand with the project manager or a product owner. Okay, this is the small slightly overlap will be there. So, but AI, we are leveraging AI 10x speed. If you need RACI, yes. Collaboration plan, yes. Communication plan, yes. Uncertainty analysis, yes. Okay. And power and influence maps, yes. According to the IABA book, I created all these prompts available for all of you. Okay. So AI is a parallel to our business analysis skills. Okay, business analysis is all about what interacting with the clients and understanding their requirements, generating BRD, or if BRD existed, clarifying that, conflicts, ambiguities, and resolving that conflicts. How do we resolve? We leverage AI. Hmm? And how to conduct workshops? Yes, you have a questionnaire. It is generating the questionnaire, right? So just it's how you tweak your prompts across all your business analysis practice, maybe you at your strategic level or operational level. Okay, your operational BA means it's a mid-level or entry-level people. Most of the time they are, juggling with user stories, acceptance criteria, and markups. But at a strategic BAs, let's say if you're looking for something, and this gap analysis, like at the top level, something SWOT analysis, cost benefit analysis, market research, and all these comes into the picture. If you wanted to do a mini project like this industry research, we can research an industry, a very specific industry in Australia, specific country, Australia, and retail chain, e-commerce, and 2026. And you just put, these placeholders fixed. And I generated this prompt according to the business analysis techniques from IABA. Okay, these techniques will be helpful for you. If you wanted to generate a research report, synthesize inputs from a specific industry, maybe if this question comes to you, irrespective of whether you're a junior or a mid-level or a senior, this prompt will level fail. It levels up. Okay, that's where we can leverage AI to maximize our 10x productivity. Okay, across all the areas. Even you generate models. What models? Even process models. With the help of some tools, I can show you that in the process analysis and model generation. Okay, this is it so far. We are going to share this whatever that so far covered today into the drive. And next week, we can start skilling you on the business analysis skills, like how to analyze stakeholders is the key, and how to understand the vague requirements, and how to refine them into a more clear requirements. And we have something gamified kind of the tools, also learning tools. Okay, their reflection will be there. Oh, this is what the lesson I've learned. Not supposed to write a requirement like this, then you will practice good. Okay, following the rules and the principles, we are going to train you. And the stakeholders mapping. How do I analyze stakeholders? Stakeholders map. The same thing. Okay, identify stakeholders. How do you map them? To whom you need to target? What is the uncertainties among those stakeholders? What is the reflection that you have learned? Okay. Okay, so and their concerns and analyze their levels. Okay, sorry, maybe it's
You,
break.
yeah, a couple of second break in. Yeah.
Yeah, run the uncertainty audit, because don't measure the documentation. That's, hey, I created 50-page documentation BRD and blah blah blah. No, don't worry. Okay, today AI generates now as how we are generated, but today required in the AI world, that is what I found the gap. The problem is that contents you can generate, but the clarity is the key. Okay, requirement clarity. How do you measure the metric of that particular requirement is, okay, no certainties, no uncertainties, no ambiguity, no conflicts, no open clarifications, all closed. Then you're a BA making leverage, using leverage of this AI. AI generates everything, but you should be able to follow the principles and the rules. Then you will be the unique value proposition to among others in the industry place. Okay, that's it for today, Lakshmi.
Wonderful. Thank you for excellent session, DP. I have to check the feedback from others, but personally, I enjoyed today's class, especially the way that you structured. And then, yeah, yesterday we went here and there, but today is much more to we stick to the agenda, and then you went deep, and it's very good. All right, team. So some of you asked where we are going to find the recordings and everything. I'm going to share the email. So please, I just sent you today is a free class, so I don't have any hesitation to share the recording. But please message me on my WhatsApp. So you have my WhatsApp number, +6141251636 That's the number. So just message me, hey Lakshmi, like I need today's class recording. We'll be sharing you the recording. And then for the students who already registered, we already created not Azure Data Engineer, Tech BA. So the Google Drive. So you are going to get the who registered means who made the payment. So you're going to get the access to the entire folder. So on a daily basis, we will be adding. So today, DP is going to add his materials from his side and the recording from my side. So like this, we are going to progress. And if you see our previous session, just to give you the glimpse, like for example here, so you'll have the class notes, and then we are going to have the recording here. So like this, we are going to progress every weekend elicitation techniques. So you have the class notes and sorry, maybe here. So you have the class notes, modeling, and then the recording. But this version, when we compared with the Jan, DP, I can see he's touching a bit more heavily on the AI part, which is very much essential for all of us because the role is evolving. The demand is high at the same time. In each and every job description, most of the things, so they expect to work in this AI context. You can check the job requirements, or you can also ask any chat GPT or whatever the version that you have. All right, team. So that's so please, DP, once you after completion of the class, please kindly upload the material in the day one class. Okay, team.
Sure,
So
sure,
from
Lakshmi.
next week, yeah, from next week there will be a different Zoom link. So
Can
current
I
Zoom link.
ask a question, please?
Oh yes, Albert, go ahead. Albert, you can ask.
Sorry, DB, hello, okay, yeah, DB, earlier on you talked about SQL.
Okay.
So if I want to ask you, as a BA, working on a project, say like a process to systems or a migration project, if you're asked, how do you use SQL, or what's your experience with SQL? What do you say?
SQL. Okay, so you're asking my experience, right?
Yeah. So I'm asking you from a standpoint in case there's an interview and I'm asked, for example, so you ask if what's your experience with using SQL?
Mm, yeah, Albert, I came
For
to know.
example,
So
you are
TP,
interviewing
Albert,
for a migration project or a process assistance project. What will be the answer, suitable
right?
answer to give the panel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll
Albert
simplify
is
this
asking
very.
not your expertise, TP. He's asking, like, given a case scenario in the interview, if
Yeah,
they ask
yeah,
where exactly SQL came into the picture, how
right, right.
you used in a project from the
There are
BA
two,
perspective.
yeah, two ways we can look at, because migration, especially with 2016, the last project also, I was in migration. Majority of projects like. So when we think of migration, there is a code porting. That is also people calling it as a migration. Code porting Java to .NET. Okay, that is also migration. But another, when right word is data migration. Okay, where the data migration is happening, the SQL is the key. How? I can ask you this question, let's say now, because you are a tech PA, they are going to access, they are going to allow you to directly interact with the database to check the verify and validate the data quality checks. That is what I've used. What does it mean, data quality checks? Like missing values, okay, null values, date formats, okay, and because the
Your
data
your
that,
your system is breaking.
yeah, can, is it, you're talking about my voice is breaking?
Yes, yes, it's all good
Okay,
now.
is it? Okay, so I worked on this
Yes,
data
yes.
quality checks project, okay, where it audit, where the data comes from multiple places, multiple marketplaces. All the unstructured data that is going to come and translate it into some structured data. That is the way. Okay. And when the data is arrived or ingested into the SQL, that is lot of noise. Okay, there's a lot of noise. When I say noise, what does it mean? Missing values or misinterpreted or completeness is not there. Okay, that integrity is missing, data integrity is missing. Okay, these are the biggest issues nowadays in the marketplace, because everybody is leveraging on the data today, because data driven companies. Old was the days gone, because today everybody is either managerial or executive levels or leveraging on the insights and the data. If the data is not clean enough, then the insights generated from the data is going to be a mishap, right? Therefore, the data is should be clean, whatever the data that is coming. Now, if you're a tech B or a tech guy, then if they give the access, direct access to the database, okay, without any API or any interface, there you should be able to go and perform at least basic commands like, hey, total number of records, how many records in the source and how many records are populated in the target or a sink. Okay, maybe this is a little bit data engineering side. And what is the data shape, like, is it the data is there any missing columns or something? Power query is going to help us, like in Power BI we are going to teach you a little bit on the Power query, where this quality attributes of the data is going to be easily evaluated, based on which we need to treat the data or data messaging or data, whatever the terms we are going to use, wrangling or whatever it is. And therefore, as a BA, okay, we should be able to directly access the database and check the data, okay, the integrity, completeness, and cleanly. All these things will be checked with the help of SQL. Therefore, the skill is required. Got you? So it is not just functional requirements. Sometimes what happens, you should be able to validate, means quality check, right? Validate the data. Okay. Sometimes the QA is also doing it. I see that in my team actually QAs have an access to the database, not the staging or root or production databases, but they have a dev databases access where they limit it, and because it's a danger, right? So giving the direct access to the database. Okay. Therefore, you should be able to perform the SQL commands, at least the select, where, when, all these having a little bit, not too much advanced at our business analyst level.
So my question is, so how do you use SQL to query the database?
Yeah.
You're going to learn in the class, I'll bet.
Yes, that is what,
Oh,
right?
I
We are going
see.
to teach you that, like, we are going to give you something, a free instance to your practice. That is MySQL. Okay, we have an instance, a server is there, there is a server. And how do you perform? We have a dedicated workshop. 3 days or a 4 days workshop is there. Okay, in the same curriculum, we are going to cover that.
Okay.
That is there as part of the class here.
So, coach, can we get a curriculum?
Yes, you can see. I'm just giving you the previous SQL stuff here that was covered,
Yeah,
and
that's a SQL workshop, right?
yeah, SQL workshop, yeah, SQL introduction, SQL workshop. So this is the document from the
Sure,
previous
that's
batch.
e-commerce, like e-commerce, yes.
Yeah, e-commerce, DDL, DML, TCL, agenda, modeling, and then you are going to practice
Last
it as
batch
well.
we have covered the vendor side.
Correct.
Vendor side. Last time we covered the vendor side, like vendor related, and the other side we have covered the customer side, demand and supply side.
Yeah. So Albert, the course
Okay.
curriculum is here. Just 1 minute. I already sent it to you yesterday. It is not the
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's there already. Okay, Tech BA, and then here is the AI enabled Tech BA training. So I'm just sending to all of you again. So meanwhile, maybe I'll just quickly open this. So BA introduction, BA directives, BA directives next week, tools, mastery. So the Gen A, bit of the Gen A. So next week, I think vibe coding will be covered, understanding bit more agents, analytical thinkings, 5 eyes, BRD, FRD at a high level just covered, but we are going to cover bit in detail as we progress, elicitation techniques.
Yeah, like this is just I wanted to clarify all of them. Sorry to cut you, but um, these are not linear, right? So logically, how it, like this is what something we should be able to go by some here and there. Let's say all the techniques should I cover one by one. It is like theory, right? So something, but
Correct.
based on the situation, based on the principle and the rules, hey, this is how do we resolve uncertainty, right? So how do we resolve conflicts, and this is we need to bring this tool set, right? So therefore, that is what the structure is all about. But in order to make the audience understand, oh, this is all grouped in one place. But they will
Right.
be covered based on the principles and the guidelines that we follow according to. Even IAB says also the same thing, that it's not something sequential, it is logical.
Yeah, sure. So here in this
It
course
was
content, you can see the data modeling and then the SQL. And then so your diagram SQL practice is there, and then the REST APIs are there. And then we are going to data analysis using the Power BI tool. How do you do the data analysis? All this stuff is there. Okay.
Hi, GP and Lakshmi. Yeah, it was very good. It was very great session. I'm just leaving, but I will add up, like, because most of us are very new to, like, maybe new, or like we know how the BA domain is working. So it would be great at every stage when we discuss anything, like, for if we can say, okay, at which stage BRD gonna be completed? Is the first step, second step, or when it is, like, it's gonna be more helpful, but it is very informative session today.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All of them will be covered as we progress. All of you are going to, once you start practicing, right, you are going to get more confidence on yourself. Okay, when exactly then what I'm going to do next, what is upstream, what is downstream, what kind of tools you will be using. So using the right tool at the right time. So TP is going to cover all the stuff as we progress. All right, team. Anyone, any further questions? You can raise your hand. You can ask me questions. Dinesh, if you want, you stay close near to my house, so you can come and meet me as well.
Yeah, sure. I
Sure,
will.
yeah, sure. Anyone, any questions? Swapna?
Lakshmi, I have a question for you.
Yes, Krish, go ahead.
Just wondering, actually, this course would help us getting certification later on for
Yeah.
IIB?
So from IIB, BA certification, we have few previous students who got the BA certifications as well. Yes.
So it's kind of covers the total concepts of what that certification looking for.
And so DP, you are the right one.
There are, see, this is a job oriented, like it's
Yeah.
because there
I
are two
was about to tell that.
orientations we should be able to talk.
Yeah,
Uh,
good.
when certification orientation, let's say there are 4 levels of certifications from IIBA. Okay, we should be able to read the web. Last time somebody asked, and we shared that web actually we should be able to purchase, but that is a 500 pages book, and it is one book. The whole content, 50 techniques and 35 tasks, and 6 knowledge areas. If you based on like if you're an entry level or a mid level or a senior, SEBAP is the senior. ECBA, yeah, that is the book. ECBA
Is
is the
the
mid
book?
level.
Yeah.
ECBA is the entry level. Okay, so what level we are, envision, like
Mm.
aspiring to become, right? So based on your experience, because there is a qualification criteria. If you are aspiring to become a SEBAP, okay, there is 3,500 hours or something, and these knowledge areas you should be able to cover in your work, and this clarification is required. So that is completely a separate orientation and a separate training, and this is a job oriented, and making use of AI and adding the tech according to the demand, okay, from the market side. But when you look at the Bebok book that currently showing, it is ideal cases or let's say strategic analysis. It's a new knowledge area last few years that talks about all about as is and current state and the risk analysis, and that's it. But do we follow the exactly the same in the IT business analysis? No, that is very ideal. It doesn't say that plant. It doesn't say that agile, Scrum, and waterfall, but it says that plant driven and progressive driven. Plant driven means what? Waterfall indirectly, but it speaks very general, okay, conceptual level and ideal. If you're looking completely looking for a certification, yes, it's a different path to get it. Okay, but whatever the modules that the definitions that we are covering, but aligned with IIBA because it's a guideline, right? It's the standard
Yeah.
definitions.
Sure.
That's we are aligned with it. But if what level of certification you are aspiring, accordingly, maybe we can guide you that what is the criteria. Because I went through it. It is a pain. Sebab getting the Sebab is very pain. I know it. I went 2 times, not that is
Good.
third time. Yeah, it is because it's investing the time and money, and I don't know your personal things, but family and all, but dedicate. So
Yeah, good. A lot of
yeah,
dedication. Right. No problem. Thank you so much. That's enough.
All all good, Krish. Thank you. I see Anand raised your hand. Hi, Anand. Very good evening.
Hey, hi.
How was class today, Anand?
It was awesome. I
Nice.
just have
Good.
one question on one of the tool that DP is using, which is xcal dot, right? EXCAL draw.
okay.
It's draw.io.
No, it's not Radha. This is a good tool. This
Oh,
recent time my son was using it, and then I also adapted it. Let's install it from here VS Code. This is Excel. Okay, Control
Hmm.
Shift E. This is what.
You,
This is
Can
you're
you,
much better than whiteboard.
you are not
Okay,
sharing this. You are not sharing the screen.
I'm not the
okay.
sharing the screen. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay,
Yeah. Is it like I tried to download? It seems like
not
need to
required to
need to
download
buy.
anything. Let's if you have a VS Code, right? So we will guide you that setup also VS Code gate or something. Okay, no problem. See here,
Okay.
exa. Okay, maybe E silent maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is how you're going to install this. Please go to here extensions and search for that. Okay, you can
Okay.
write it down that how to spell it out and Xladra something like this. There is a website and there is a separate extension also from Microsoft itself, and you can
Okay.
search it.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, you can search it
So,
like this, you will get it. Even Cloud also we will install like this. Okay, I can guide like Cloud Core, all these things. Okay,
okay.
these are
So,
extensions. Today it's anti-gravity, Gemini anti-gravity, even Kiro, the IDs, all based on the same Visual Studio code. All extensions that support. And today lot of extensions. Okay, this is
mhm.
I'm using the cloud extension, and I'm
So
using
first,
this for your estimation. This is a
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So first we need to install Visual Studio Code,
VS
right?
Code. Okay, yeah,
Yes.
VS Code. Let's get the
Mm.
VS Code. That is a free, and yeah.
Okay.
And we
We'll
can
do that.
connect the Git also. We can showcase that going forward. Okay, these tools like
Mhm.
how to connect the
Real-time Git
source code,
repositories.
like
Yeah.
Git repository. This is the first time we are introducing for DS because where do you store your files? Let's say it is generated as context now, right? So to one file it is generated. See this?
Mhm.
This will
Yeah.
MD file because every LLM understands this markup files today. This is very open standard markup files. These markup files becomes a context to this LLMs. It doesn't go every time and ask you all the questions again and again. See this sales reps will call, right? 2 to 3 sales reps for the same product. And they starts
Mm.
again the conversation again and again. But that's the context missing, right? Here the two benefits is context. The second thing is it will minimize the token usage
Okay.
because it will learn from your own disk. It will learn from your own disk with the help of PowerShell. Get that, and it reads all the files from your local disk, and it will understand rather going to the web and
Net.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, DP. Thank you,
I think the
Lakshmi.
future is becoming very scary, Anand, right? I think maybe it will
And
just
I'll tell
directly
you
pick up
that.
the good user story from Jira tool, automatically write the
Yes.
code and then do the
No,
testing.
I'll tell you, Lakshmi, we are
Huh?
doing it. Context
Right, already?
engineering. Yes.
So once you have a detailed, clear requirement
Three
with
things
the
we are
acceptance
integrating. Yeah.
criteria, that's it.
Three things. Even we are doing the reverse engineering. Based on the code, we will generate the user stories.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the architectural style, because that is the biggest problem we are facing now, that it doesn't know what components it should be able to generate. That's what architectural tests coming in. Because the coder knows it consciously, manually, right? Oh, this is the code, this is where it is, maybe I can open something which is this is it's a code. I already told you that I'm a techno functional. Okay, this is where with the help of Copilot we can connect with a radio board, and from there the PBI is there, right? So that PBI is going to create the everything in the acceptance criteria. Based on that acceptance criteria, it is generating the code here. This. Hope you are able to see this.
Yeah, yep.
This is the
Yeah.
Copilot.
Yes.
It's of Copilot. And how we can connect? We can connect with some keys there. That MCP service. That's a very popular topic. Maybe if you are everybody is interested. MCP service. This is the latest protocol. MCP service will be connected to our ADO board or Jira. It is going to interact with the Stitch where design happens, like Figma. Okay, design ready and user story ready and your project management ready and your everything is ready. They are coordinating each other and generating the code out.
That's it. The project will be done in maybe in weeks of time, not months anymore going forward.
10x, that's what, like,
Yeah,
it takes
yeah,
100 hours.
super
Now
fast.
it's you can do
That's it.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
All good. All right, team.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for your sharing your wonderful knowledge, DP. Thank you very much. Any final question before we stop the recording?
And one more fact I want to share with that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
these two features developed in the last time you called, right? So last maybe when you're going bed, right? So 11 o'clock at your time. Post that I created these two features.
Oh.
Deployed also. See this? It's my own domain and everything is deployed.
Nice.
So in order to build this kind of a features, it takes weeks. We dare not to touch this kind of features, right? But I don't know what code it is inside, but it's generated everything. But it's my stack. I know it a little bit, the stack and everything. What is the hosting, all these things. It is done, right? Yeah, that is the speed at which we can travel now in the software delivery.
DP Kumar is asking, are we going to cover the MCP server?
We will give that, when we are talking about API,
Yeah.
maybe we can talk about the MCP because it's the same category. But when we are setting up the tool setup, right, something, connecting, maybe I try to do with the ADO. That's what context engineering that we are doing as of now. That I will bring it here.
So you will be given, we will be guiding you how to set up your ADO board,
Yes,
and
MCP,
we will be creating your Jira boards as well.
Not
And then to
Jira, sir,
practice.
because I don't have a license with Jira, but I
No,
have.
Jira, what we will do, from our side, we will give the access to all the
Okay.
students. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, you can give it that. I'll try that actually how the Jira and the Git Copilot can be connected.
Right, right. So we will be giving you the access, and then all of you guys can practice, because many of the organizations still asking the Jira expertise. So definitely this is
Right.
also part of
Yeah.
the training.
Yeah. So yeah, my bud's running out of the power. Like yeah,
Yep. All good, all good.
that's it. Maybe thanks one and all
Thank
that
you very
for this
much,
fun time.
DP.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Okay, and
Thank
we will
you.
connect
Yeah,
the next week and very interesting sessions
yes.
again. How we
Yep.
can play with. Right.
Thank you very much. But I'll be
Thank
here for 5 to 10 more minutes. DP, you can leave and take care of your activity. Thank you.
Hello,
Yes. Who joined?
you.
Thank you, DP.
Gloria.
Hi, Gloria. My old student, Gloria. How are you?
Good.
Yes. How
How
can I
much
help you?
did this cost? How much?
The cost of the training program is $500, Gloria, but for returning students, I'm offering an extra $50 discount, 450.
Okay, 450 for returning students.
Yes.
Okay, is it in Canada or
Oh no, it
US?
is in US dollar, Gloria. So GLO, oh, Gloria. Where are you, Gloria? Gloria, Adelaide, Gloria, Sani, Gloria 5. How many? Where
Gloria,
are you?
Canada.
Gloria, Canada, Gloria 4. No. Can you identify yourself from these pictures?
I can. Okay, wait, it's tiny.
Is it tiny?
Okay,
Okay.
I
Can
can
you
see.
see
I can.
yourself? Where are you? Gloria Woods?
Okay, that one.
Oh,
That
this
one,
one?
with cap, with
Oh,
hats.
the one with the hat. Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just going to give you that one. I'm saying hello, and then I will, yeah, sure, no problem at
yeah.
all. I will share all the details, Gloria. No problem at all.
Yeah, I talked to someone who's
Hmm.
kind of interested. He said that he can call you, and I will
Okay, sure.
share
Please
your
feel free to
number.
share. Yeah, please share my
He's in
number.
Japan. He's living in Japan.
No problem at all. We have students from all parts of the world.
Okay.
Sure, Gloria.
How about my brother Kenneth? Do you remember?
I still, yes. But I have to check which Kenneth is, because in my database, plenty of Kenneths
He can,
are
yeah,
there.
Kenneth. He
Just
can.
message me his number. I will try to just check the history, because every day I chat with a lot of people, right, Gloria?
Okay,
So please just
I
send
will
me.
send you, yeah, his
Yeah,
number.
right.
He's interested in moving to Australia with, I don't know,
Sure, no
there is.
problem at all. I'm not an immigration agent, but I can guide him the
I know that
pathways.
with job. Yeah,
Yeah,
help him
with
with
job.
job. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
he's studying
I
all
can,
these
I can, I
things.
can guide. Where is he right now?
He's in Nigeria.
Oh, coming from Nigeria to Australia is a bit challenging nowadays, Gloria. But I will guide you, not on the recording, but I will just guide you.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Albert, any
sorry,
questions?
Lakshmi, how long, what's the duration of this program?
This is we with the classes are going to run for, and this is the first weekend discovered, right? We are going to cover another 6 more weekends like this. Every Friday night, Saturday night, your timings.
Oh, 6 more weekends. Okay.
6 more weekends, yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
It depends. DP sometimes he goes deep dive. Last time we committed 6 weekends, but if you see the last batch recordings, Jan 26, I think he took a little bit deep dive. I think he went into 8 weekends. Maybe I can see here week 9 also. So, but the course is structured for actually 6 weekends, yeah. But sometimes he's a technically strong guy as a solution architect. Okay, TP is not there, right? Otherwise, he will be scolding me. So he's a solution architect, technically very strong, and maybe you may take whatever is really required to some extent, not too much as well. But when he says that, Lakshmi, I want to teach out of passion and I want to teach more, I don't stop him. Okay, but yeah, you can target it for next another 6 more weekends. And if it slips to 1 more weekend, it may, but definitely 6 weekends. Okay, Albert?
Yes, thank you very much.
No problem, sir. Thank you. Krish, anyone, any questions? If you are not
I'll call
comfortable
you.
asking me question, yes. Sorry, Krish?
I'll call you Lakshmi tomorrow.
Sure,
Today.
sure. No problem at all. Yeah, anytime,
Let's
anytime.
go
I will
fast.
be working for another 8 more hours. You are most welcome to call me anytime from now. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
every day, my days, Monday to Sunday goes like this, from morning 7 o'clock till night 11 o'clock. So I have to, so in the evening again, so I have to sit in this class where we are teaching the students on the Gen AI, agentic AI. So here, this is another one, building the AI models and everything. This is one more, and then we have the Azure data engineering. So that is another batch that is going on now. The Azure data engineering. This is the one. So where we load the data, build the pipelines, the storages, the CI/CD, complete the Databricks, the data factory. So this is another one training. So it's so back to back.
Thank you.
All right, and I enjoy.
Thank you.
Cool.
Bye.
Thank you very much, my dear students. Hope all of you got very good value for the time that you invested on this weekend. I will be uploading the recording in the drive, the materials and everything. So whoever needs the access, please message to my WhatsApp number, final time +614125163664. That's my number. You can message me, and only the recording I will upload in the YouTube. Thank you, guys. See you next weekend. Meanwhile, during the week or today, you are most welcome to call me for registrations or clarifications. Even if you are not interested for free career guidance, you are most welcome to reach me. Thank you once again. God bless all of you. Bye-bye.